All right, Timu, Andrew Wilson already checked out. Who's got the bad feed going?
Coming.
You're fine. Hold on. I think it's. Hold on. Stay muted if I mute you. I need to figure out who has the bad audio. Joshua Dearden, it might be you. Unmute yourself again.
Oh, wow.
Check. 1, 2. Hello. I'm gonna mute you again. Joshua, it's you. Go fix your shit and come back. All right.
5 gays and Sarah.
It's okay to be gay.
What does that make you?
Wait, you got rid of one. Don't you fuck with me.
There's 6, 7, 8 people on this panel.
Wait.
The math and misfit.
Then there's one non-binary.
I am so disappointed right now because I've been taking notes this whole time. And it's just Alex.
Should have been taking shots.
And then Alex is gone. So obviously, Alex cannot handle the dumpster fire.
Sarah.
Well, Ryan and Non-Fun and Effigy will probably stand in on Alex's behalf happily. And they will fight you to the death. So feel free. But they also probably are here for Misfit. So there's going to be a lot of crossfire. So Vibe and Misfit. Kay, do you sit on the right wing inside?
No, more left.
All right. So it's Vibe and Misfit versus everyone else. And Evan, I
all
never
right,
know where you stand.
Misfit, we're in.
What's up?
Let's go.
Somebody wrote Misfit has no friends on that panel. You could have got rid of those last 3 words.
And Fico confirming he is not the source of bad audio. Confirmed.
Just the source of money.
Fico, it is not you. Joshua, did you fix your shit? Is your shit fixed?
Can you repost the link in the YouTube chat?
Oh, he's drunker than me.
Oh, God. It's posted and pinned.
Wow, we found somebody that can't hold their alcohol. All right.
At the top of the chat. You'll find it, and the mods will help you out. All right.
Sarah, I got a quick question for you.
Amateur hour. Yes.
That music for the Gauntlet intro, what is it? I want to know. It's awesome.
You
made it? You made that?
It is protected.
Awesome.
It is protected because I made it with a payment. It is protected. Can't touch my shit.
Oh,
I'm not touching.
I just wanted to be able to. I just wanted to be able to
real quick
listen
question,
to it.
and then I'll pass it off. I just want to ask one question. Like, do you think if someone works 79 hours a week and they're on Medicaid, do you think that it's good policy to remove them from Medicaid?
Yes. Fuck them.
Got it.
79.9 hours. Fuck them.
See, it's all a meme to this guy. He doesn't care about the real people who are affected by these because obviously not everyone.
I don't care.
Not everyone. He doesn't give a shit. Exactly. He doesn't give a shit. And neither do the people who signed this bill. Right? They don't give a fuck about these people. And there are tons of real people who are going to be in this situation. And he doesn't give a fuck. He's just sitting here drunk, making fun of them, calling their kids retards, calling their children, making fun of disabled children, like a disgusting fucking freak.
It was an imaginary retarded kid.
No, there are actual mentally disabled children that you were talking about. You fucking retard.
But I wasn't talking about that. You just called me a retard.
Yeah, because you're a fat retard. Yeah, I said it.
On the spectrum, I have an SRS2 score of 80. Sucker. All right, you just committed a hate crime. You committed a hate crime.
I don't think it's a good precedent to set to go and have so much shit shoved in one bill, so that.
How's my mic now?
I don't either. I don't like it. All right, but let's talk about Ryan calling retarded.
Now, to be fair, Evan, it's not really a precedent at this point in U.S. politics, but they've been doing that for a while.
Yeah.
Hate crime.
Okay, guys.
Bills are kind of the norm now.
So, how long has Trump been president right now?
A little over 6 months.
All right, shut up. All of you know better. Let's move. Stop for just a second. Everybody.
There's a point here, Sarah.
I know. I was hearing like multiple voices, and I think it might have been my fault because I had something else playing somewhere else. Somehow. I don't know. My apologies. Continue on.
Yeah, so
it's all Sarah's fault.
The debate is the big beautiful bill. Am I incorrect here, or are we debating something else right now?
You're right.
It's the one big beautiful bill.
So the majority of the United States is actually for this big beautiful bill, and I have to say, like, I sometimes hate how Trump makes everything into second grade words that everybody can understand. But that's what the United States needs. And I also hated that he threw everything into one bill. I'm like, how can you possibly do that? However,
same thing that the Democrats did, though, right?
He says and what most of America actually approves of. We've got, I'm not going to lay them all out, but we've got education and education reform, and we've got technology influence, right? Now, if you put these in two different bills, what we have is a problem where if one passes the other one and the other one doesn't, it doesn't work, because we need education to enhance technology and the tech sector in the United States. These are two things. And when you bring a giant bill like this together, you actually have the opportunity to actually have each one feed off of each other. And by the way, the United States is in overwhelmingly favor of all the facts of the bill, like education reform,
but not the bill itself. To be clear, not the bill itself.
Yeah, what do they not like?
Let's play a game. What do you guys think Vibe would be saying if Democrats were in charge?
No, I think Vibe's actually doing.
He'd be saying 65% of the country is overwhelmingly, the majority of the country does not view this bill favorably, which is true of this bill.
Well, what about?
Look, obviously, it doesn't matter whether
there's a lot of things they like. There's a lot of things
whether it's good or bad, right?
They don't like the tax. That's one of the things they don't like. The other thing they don't like is the potential government overreach. But it's not a fact, right? Everything everybody doesn't like are the potentials of this bill, but not the facts.
Well, what do you mean? I think it's a fact.
I agree.
Work requirements to Medicaid, and I think that people are opposed to work requirements in Medicaid. So, like, this is.
I don't like the fact that it gives massive tax cuts to the wealthy.
That's not
true. But hold on, this is something I want to ask Misfit about.
Yeah, this is great. This is one of the points I was actually wanted to talk to Alex about, right? So let's say I am a billionaire and I pay 8%.
Sarah, you got too many people. You got too many people here.
Yeah, what is going on?
You have too many people.
I threw a lot of stuff out.
Hold on. Yeah, you all know better. You all have been here, except for Joshua. But you all have been here before, and you know better. Let's figure this out. Non-fun. I think you were saying something before Vibe cut in.
Yeah, right. So Misfit, I would allege like you're the one about the Medicaid thing was the first thing you talked about. You're the one catering to the minority here. If you look at the people on Medicaid, like about half of them are either like children or retired, and then of the people who are working age, the majority of those people are either working or have some exemption because they're disabled. Only about 3% of people on Medicaid are people who are not working long time in the way you're suggesting, right? So you're adding this work requirement, a policy that increases the amount of paperwork everyone has to do for only a very small percentage of people actually on Medicaid, and those able-bodied working people are not working people, are not the ones consuming Medicaid benefits, right? You know, they're the healthy people that are paying into the system and not taking much out of it. So you're creating work requirements which fuck over everyone. We have evidence from states like Arkansas that did work requirements. The majority of people that lost coverage were not working. We're not like these people who weren't working. They were people who were exempt or were working but didn't fill out the paperwork correctly.
Okay. Do you want me to answer? So you said that I created it. What do you mean by I created work? Hold on. So you're saying that kids, right, are losing their Medicaid. The same question I asked Alex. Where? Who are they? What are you talking about?
Look, so do you deny that work requirements increase the administrative burden for people to receive Medicaid benefits?
Can you cite one thing in the big, beautiful bill that says kids are losing their Medicaid?
Work requirements will cause kids to lose their Medicaid. Do you recognize that?
What do you mean by cause? How?
I mean, if you increase the administrative burden, a lot of people who like fall through the cracks are people who just don't fill out the paperwork because they don't realize their eligibility has changed. So we have evidence of this from Arkansas. When Arkansas added work requirements to Medicaid, the majority of people who lost Medicaid were not people who were weren't ineligible. It was people who were eligible and didn't fill out the paperwork correctly. Same evidence when eligibility requirements changed under COVID.
Hold on. So people who are
so sad all those people died, guys.
Hold on. So people who are taking advantage of the system that have children, those children are going to lose their
taking advantage. Well, how are they taking advantage of the system?
Well, because the work requirements. All you have to do is work.
No, but you have to fill out the paperwork, and the government bureaucrats have to keep track of that.
This is the disingenuous part. It's not about the ethics of work. It's about putting in an impediment will get this end. We know that they know that it'll get this end because they include that savings in their estimates of savings.
There is a worth ethic
about
this
it, though.
because
you guys just know that this mechanism will do this.
Stop. Who is talking over other people? Stop it. Put your ears on. Put your ears on. Listen. Go ahead, Effigy.
Yeah, to me, it's not about, or it's never about the actual ethics of work involved in these things. They know that this mechanism does this thing, so they will put that mechanism in place to achieve that goal. And you know this because they include in the estimates of savings the estimate of the people going off of Medicaid.
So you're saying that 1/5 of the people that like in society have to be on Medicaid because they have no capability of working. So 1 out of your 5 friends, or do you have 10 friends? Do you have 20 friends? 4 of them can't work. Like, I mean, the numbers are ridiculous. Now, I'm not saying there are not people worthy of getting the Medicaid, but would you not say there's a problem if 1/5, 70 million people in this United States have no capability of licking an envelope?
No, that's not the question. The question is whether people are going to be able, or whether people who are eligible for Medicaid are still going to be kicked off because of the added administrative burden. And the evidence all points to yes. I would hope we would acknowledge that.
Well, they're no longer going to be eligible because they're not going to be able to
work.
No,
people who are still eligible under the new work requirements are going to be kicked off. We have evidence of this from Medicaid, Medicaid work requirements in Arkansas and Georgia, and we have evidence of this from when eligibility requirements changed during COVID. 70% of people who disenrolled when eligibility requirements were changed under COVID were people who were still eligible but just didn't know they had to fill out paperwork.
You understand what the word eligible means, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're so when we say eligible here, you're saying that that eligibility is dependent on the paperwork. So who cares because they didn't fill out the paperwork? But what non-fawn is pointing out is that they met all qualifiers. They met all the things that needed to be done. That all the requirements that were met, except for the paperwork, which was a new thing they added in.
What was that word? What was the word that you just used? Except.
So people who were otherwise met the requirements were suddenly kicked off their Medicaid is the point. Do you recognize that? 18,000 of them in Arkansas. Do you agree with that? Do you agree 18,000 people were kicked off their Medicaid?
Except.
No, 18,000.
No, but except
they didn't know how to fill out paperwork. And by the way,
they didn't people who are who cares, right? So who cares about them in their children, right? Who gives a fuck? Because it's new paperwork that didn't exist before, right? Who gives a fuck?
Allow me to make a quick interruption. I am shutting down over on the Mater side, and we are raiding over to the Gauntlet side. I dropped the link into the chat if you'd like to continue moving now and hold on to your seats, and it should raid you over automatically. Outside of that, Mater is shutting down. Okay.
It's actually so triggering. This drunk fucking loser is sitting here dancing on like people's healthcare. This is the thing. Like so many people in this country go bankrupt because of healthcare costs, and he's just memeing about it. It's all a fucking joke to this fucking loser. Like, he obviously doesn't give a shit about the American people, and no one should take him seriously. Go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I was just
let's slow down for a second, because even under the democratic rule where people could get the health care, and by the way, even if they can't fill out the paperwork, if they go to the doctor wants the money, and they're going to send them to the administrative office and go, I'm going to help you fill out this paperwork if they want it. However, there's also been a huge problem with when you're allowed to get this Medicare in your states. Every state varies, but if you go over a certain income level, then you lose it, and then you have to be self-insured. And then all of a sudden, that self-insurance is like $5,000 more than what you were getting from the state. Even under the Democratic rule or the left side rule, it's still a messed up system.
Yeah.
Well, look, I agree. Welfare cliffs are a problem. Like I would have a much more efficient tax code, a much more efficient welfare system to get rid of the welfare cliffs that we see. This bill is not moving in that direction. But what I just want from Misfit right now is to say that when you said that the people who are going to be losing Medicaid are people abusing the system, that's not true. A lot of people who are going to lose Medicaid are people who would still be eligible if it weren't for the paperwork.
Okay, all right.
If it weren't for the paperwork.
Hold on. Can I respond? Like, let's not get into a food fight. Here's the deal. If you are taking some type of subsidy from the government, if you are taking some type of free handout from the government, and you can't figure out how to fill out paperwork, you lose that benefit. It's not hard to figure out.
Look, I will agree with you, Mr.
Your whole entire job is essentially figuring out how to get free money from daddy government. So I don't feel bad for you. That's why I'm dancing. That's why I'm doing the Trump pump. That's why I don't care.
You might not feel bad. We're going to discuss that, but you acknowledge at least that like people who are eligible and meet the work requirements will lose Medicaid because of that. In fact, that's probably going to be the majority
because
of the administrative burden. Because of the
what do you mean burden? Like, dude, are you telling me that writing shit down is a burden? Cool.
Yes, it can actually. We denying that?
It's an unnecessary.
You have to be able to fill out the paperwork correctly with all the correct and relevant info. You have to be able to send it out. You have to have the time to be able to send it to the proper channels and to be able to follow up in case anything weird happens. Yeah,
exactly. And how much money, how much monetary value are you getting for that quote burden? Right? If
Why?
you're not,
you're getting enough in healthcare to be able to fucking provide for your family and make sure you're not dying.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So
why was it necessary for in this bill to add that stipulation onto Medicaid?
Because you shouldn't be able to make it easy for people to leech off the system. You should
You're the one catering to the minority here. You're creating a whole new system to address a very minuscule problem that fucks over a ton of people who do work.
Hey, non-fun.
We can just ask him, like, hey, drunk.
This message is sponsored in part by
Cheeks.
Sponsored in part by Nuke in order to shut you all up, and says that's Ryan's favorite video. So shout out to the horse video. We all know and love it, especially the D-Gens. Also, pardon me, Old Sarge Fico comes in with a big 20. We all know, including Vibe, surprisingly, how long Trump has been in office. Why open with the stupid question? Just open with Trump has been screwing Americans since January 2020.
You guys mind if I jump in real quick?
Let me read some super chats first. And then Old Sarge Finkel says, forced migration complete. I am now a prisoner of the gauntlet. Yes, if you're not over on the gauntlet, where the fuck are you? Because you're not here. Evan Lord says with a big 5, me thinks we can pay for Medicaid if the United States citizenry didn't have to pay for the Iron Dome while Israel picks fights with their neighbors.
Ooh.
Literal
Any
shot.
thoughts?
It's the Jew.
Yeah, I have thoughts. It's probably important to fund the Iron Dome because we don't want Israeli citizens to get blown up by Hamas rockets.
Yeah.
How about they fund their own shit? They should fund their own shit.
Well, you say fund
as long as just like how we don't have to pay for their own social services, like their own health care. The Americans don't.
They should fund all their own shit.
Can we talk about the word fund and pay for? Because they buy a lot of shit, you know.
Yeah, they buy a lot of shit, but are we sitting over here as America going, hey, China, we need you to give us money for our wars?
No, but have we given? Hold on, have we given
also
money
because
to
China's
Ukraine?
a geopolitical enemy, but
we
Should we sit here and ask Ukraine for money then?
We gave
Whoever
money,
said that.
We gave money to Ukraine.
Yeah, we did.
Getting their resources.
Hold on.
And now we're taking the resources.
I'm just saying, how much time have you dedicated to bitching about Zelensky? I don't see the disparity.
Why would I bitch about Zelensky?
Well, because we gave money to Ukraine. We didn't give money to Israel. Israel just conformed. No, Israel conformed to the agreement that we've had in place for the past 20 fucking years. Israel bought weapons.
Yeah, look, so like
from
I'm not
American companies, but not to the American people themselves. They
but why don't you care about Ukraine, dude?
We don't need to, right?
Because they're not Jews.
Who doesn't care about Ukraine here? Because I do.
Well,
I don't give that one shit about Ukraine.
I don't care. We need to care about America first.
But you don't care about Ukraine. But you care about Israel. And I'm wondering if it's because of the Jews. It might be the Jews. The Jews might be the
geopolitical ramifications.
This is getting very
completely
different. It might be the Jews.
I thought we were talking about America and the big beautiful bill.
No, we need to
We're on
Ukraine.
We derailed.
All right, that's enough. Misfit, how many did you have today? I know half the handle's gone from the weekend, but how many of that was today?
Here.
Oh, Jesus, Lord have mercy on my
And
soul.
Sarah?
Right.
I'm not necessarily back on the rails here. So, Misfit, how many people do you think are abusing the current welfare system with respect to healthcare?
His headphones aren't even on.
Sorry, I didn't hear that over you being a fucking bitch. What?
Oh, goddamn. So, anyways, answer the question, please.
I didn't hear the question.
Okay, so the question is, how many people do you think are just abusing the Medicaid system?
Oh, dude, like a number?
Yeah. Do you have any like facts, anything regarding that, or just?
I mean, I can give you a fact. 1/5 of the population is on the Medicare system, right? That's a fact.
Well,
nobody
does not answer his question
here. Medicare. So use your brain after that. Do you think 1/5 of the population is deserving of that? And actually, that was going to be my exact question to Nan, right? Like, I want people to be taken care of, right? And I was going to ask Nan, do you want people taken care of?
I mean, yeah, obviously. And again, like I would just cite the same numbers I'm saying earlier. So of that, like 1/5 of the population, right? 37% of children, 9% of 65 or over, 54.
I'm not even talking. I'm just going general statistics, and I'm breaking it down to a level.
I'm breaking it down too, and I'm telling you only 3% of that 20% are people who are on Medicaid long term without working. So why are we creating work requirements? Let's slow down, because you're jumping topics. I mean, you're on the same topic, but jumping ahead. So ultimately, right? You want the best care for everybody, correct? And if people are taking advantage of that care, does that mean we're taking money away from people that need it? Okay. I mean, so when you say people, like, I think so. In my ideal, I'd probably just have a public option that would cover most of the population anyway, right? So, like, I'm not going to say, like, I don't believe that people who are working, like, in our able body, like, shouldn't have health insurance, right? Like,
my ideal world is nobody ever gets sick and everybody gets health care perfectly in a perfect society.
A public option is what I'm saying is, I don't view it as like a problem intrinsically that like people are on Medicaid who are working, because I would probably prefer a public option where a public health insurance company has low risk people on it that pay premiums and don't consume many benefits, right? I think that's probably actually a good thing for a public option.
In the world we live in today, where people are stealing from children and adults that need that care.
I like this guy.
I don't agree. I don't agree that it's steal. I don't agree that it's stealing. That's the thing I would say. But look, if you think it's a problem, I would just say work requirements are not the solution. Work requirements don't.
So you're saying 1/5 of the population,
and they fuck over a lot of people who should be taken care of.
The United States is actually sick enough that they deserve all the Medicare now.
Medicare isn't just for those people who get sick; it's also for preventative care, and preventative care also just is cheaper than actually having to treat any ailments. So you're really just saving people money by putting more people on it in the long term.
Okay.
You're saving the entire healthcare system money too.
Okay.
Because I'm willing to go down to where this policy in the big bill is disproportionately trying to solve that problem. But before I even get there, I'm trying to ask if people on this panel actually agree that there are a lot of people stealing.
What does a lot of people mean?
3%.
What does a lot mean?
Wait, 3%?
3% of the people on Medicaid are people who aren't working long term.
How many
people on the panel?
Hold on. Then why do you care?
What do you mean? Why do I care?
Hold on. If this is only going to affect 3% of the people that are stealing from Medicaid, why do you care?
My entire claim is it's not going to affect only 3% of people from Medicaid. My entire point is the evidence shows historically it affects first of all, by definition, you're requiring everyone to at least fill out paperwork. That is a cost. There is a cost to people filling out paperwork and people in the government verifying that paperwork. But more importantly, a lot of people will lose Medicaid because they don't fill out the paperwork on time. They fill it out incorrectly. They don't know they have to fill it out. And we have evidence of this from Arkansas, from Georgia, and from COVID eligibility speeches. The majority of people kicked off Medicaid because of these things are not people who are ineligible to fill out paperwork.
And speaking of filling out paperwork, please feel free to send me all of your green papers. I love those. Just like Finkel, he says, slice the move to the gauntlet, assemble the IKEA, do this, do that, nag. Yes, I will continue to nag. And that's why you timed your own self out. Thank you, Finkel, for timing your own self out. Someone, my super mod, time Finkel out for 5 minutes in the chat. Evan Lord, I would rather my money go to helping my fellow Americans rather than soulless military industries that sell out American people themselves. Evan, you were on panel. If you don't have the balls to get your voice in here on panel, I'm willingly, happily able to take your money and speak on your behalf every time you join the panel, just so they can hear my voice say your words. Continue to do so, good sir. Thank you.
I just wanted to put money where my mouth is because I gave money to you, a fellow American.
That's fair. That's fair. And what if I wasn't an American?
Can I
play economics?
Go ahead, Misfit.
All right, let me jump in real quick. Okay, so your argument is, right, that people don't know how to fill out paperwork. Are you telling me that you think that the federal government, the American government, should give people benefits to their own, well, benefit, because that's what it's called, if they don't do the simple process of filling out paperwork?
Yes.
I mean, come on, dude.
I believe
Why?
people in sympathetic positions shouldn't be kicked off Medicaid, and I believe work requirements do that.
Dude, listen, fill out the fucking papers. That's it. That's done.
Do you agree, yes or no? Do you agree, yes or no, that when eligibility requirements were changed after COVID, 70% of people who lost their health coverage were not people who were now ineligible, it was people who didn't fill out the paperwork. Do you agree with that, yes or no?
Sure.
Fuck, okay.
If that's true, yeah.
Do you agree, yes or no, that it's likely when we have eligibility requirements similar to these, we're going to see a lot of people kicked off Medicaid who meet the requirements but don't fill out paperwork correctly?
Yeah, dude.
Do you agree that yes or no, many of those people are in sympathetic positions?
I have $50,000 worth of tools in my storage unit, right? If I don't pay for the storage unit and I don't fill out the paperwork, my credit card information, they take it, they sell it to somebody else. Is that my fault? Yes. All right.
It can be. What are you talking about? Why are we doing something that addresses a very minuscule problem?
What are you talking about?
Misfit, that example doesn't quite work because the storage unit doesn't constantly change the status of your payments.
Who cares?
In the policies.
Fill out the paperwork.
The problem is
Misfit. This is what I'm arguing.
Outside the paperwork, lives are stressful and people are busy.
Oh, it's stressful. It's stressful, dude. My fucking mom, dad, and brother died within 5 years of each other. That's stressful, right? Paperwork is not stressful. Fill it out. Shut the fuck up.
So, have you ever heard of the concept of like a straw breaking the camel's back here? It's not just the paperwork is stressful. It's that people have obligations and things that they need to fulfill throughout their lives, and that this paperwork might be just the thing that keeps them away from being able to fix things out for themselves.
Stupid. No, that's stupid. Like stop. I work 2 fucking jobs. One being my actual 9 to 5, 2 being dealing with U-tards all night long. Okay. Yeah. I still have the capacity to fill out paperwork and get shit fucking done on a daily fucking basis. It ain't that hard. I pay my bills. I have my medical insurance that you fill out every year. You got to go through the little thing.
So yeah, you of all people should understand that then, that it's very hard to keep up with.
It's really not. It's really
you guys
not.
are all wrong.
Stop. That's a fucking excuse. That's a cope, an excuse. That's lame. That's bullshit to say, well, I didn't get benefits because I didn't fill out the paperwork in time. That you had one job. You had one fucking job, and the government.
So a lot of these people don't actually just have one job. I'm so sorry.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's not what cope is.
No, most of them don't have a job.
That's understanding the reality for a lot of people.
Listen. No, the reality is, if I need somebody and I am the beggar, okay, I am begging for somebody to give me something for free. If they said to jump through flaming hoops, I'm on my way right now.
When I think of it, when I am examining policy, I'm not thinking like moralistically, like what I ought think people like have an opportunity to do. I'm thinking like, what does this policy aim to address, and does it actually do that, and is it even aiming to address a good goal? So I don't believe this is aiming. I don't believe this is actually addressing a issue. As I mentioned, a very small percentage of people on Medicaid are people who aren't working long term, and secondly,
excuse me, but you're being incredibly stupid. Everybody up here is being kind of like
it kicks people off of Medicaid who are in sympathetic positions that
you
would probably
none of you
on Medicaid.
None of you are taking into account that these government employees and workers and shit will take your paperwork and they'll go, oh, let me put this in the trash pile because I don't feel like doing my fucking job today.
First of all,
Jesus Christ. Non-fun sitting there like, oh yeah,
that's what we call an excuse right there.
First of all, none of you have been
oh yeah, well this government agent might actually throw away your paperwork for some.
I can't understand. Are any of you on Medicaid, or have you been in the past?
Yep, I
have. You guys, the paperwork.
So you understand where I'm coming from. Do I need to be on Medicaid to be on this argument or no?
I don't think that you should have all of these fucking beliefs and sit there and pretend that they're infallible like non-fon. I know non-fon, you probably have never had to go through the Medicaid system, not once in your fucking life.
Right? I have evidence. The only thing I'm claiming is that
not
work
a single time in your life
who are eligible for Medicaid, and there's a lot of good evidence that work requirements kick off people who are eligible for Medicaid.
I'm asking you a question. I know those are like your kryptonite, and you have no idea how to answer a single one. But answer the question: have you ever had to file for Medicaid?
No, I'm not. But again, my only claim here
so you have no idea how
none of my claims rely on me being on Medicaid.
lazy these fucking people are.
That's so true. My claim is that work requirements. My claim number one is that
a very small community service to get it. That's also fulfilling the work requirement. You can do community service, and you don't even have to leave your home to do that.
I understand.
Josh, you're getting kicked to the back. Ryan's coming back up.
Oh, thank God.
You guys are, I think, fundamentally misunderstanding my claim. My claim is twofold. Number one is that this is a very small problem to begin with, and you're catering to the minority by creating a system that fucks over everyone else to address a non-existent problem. That's why people who are eligible for Medicaid get kicked off of Medicaid with work requirements.
I'm sorry that all those people died because they didn't have Medicaid. That's
how they're going to die. So these are people who presumably you think should have Medicaid, at least some of them, and they're going to be kicked off Medicaid. And what I would hope that maybe you don't even like Medicaid, so you think that's a good thing. But I would hope we'd acknowledge that Misfit Patriot was wrong when he said the only people who are going to be affected by this are the people who aren't working.
I don't think he said only people.
That's not what I said.
It should be.
No.
He said that. He said he was.
Your exact like replication of Non-Fon's argument was, like you think like the only people that are going to get kicked off are people that aren't working. That was your claim, by the way. Well, that was you repeating back Non-Fon's claim. You're too fucking drunk to track, dude.
No. Listen,
like sit the fuck down, sober up, and listen to the fucking argument.
Have a glass of water, you loser.
First of all, Asian Hitler, shut your fucking mouth, all right? I will fucking deal with you in a minute.
Wait,
Second
who the
of
fuck
all,
is Asian Hitler?
little pimple
it's not the
face.
first time I've been called Asian, but that's funny.
Little pimple face, fucking super bad guy.
Pimple face, goddamn. These are some great insults.
Is it non-fawn, right? Non-fawn?
Yeah.
Right. What did you said that? What did you say that my argument was where I didn't?
So at one point, so when you were talking to Alex, you said where in the bill is it saying it's going to kick off children, implying that it's only going to kick off people who aren't meeting the work requirements. And then later on, I said to you specifically, only 3% of people on Medicaid are people who are not working long term. And you said, so this policy is only going to affect 3% of people. What my argument is, it's going to affect everyone and kick off a lot of people who are eligible for Medicaid.
Okay, so how is it going to kick off a lot of people on Medicaid? Because my argument is what's written in the bill, right, is 19 to 65. People who are not working 80 hours a month are going to be kicked off.
This has already been explained to you.
People, exactly. People have to prove. People have to prove to government bureaucrats that they are within that age range and that they are working or doing those community service things.
That's kind of the whole point of getting free shit, isn't it?
Exactly, but do you acknowledge that there's a lot of people who are not going to be able to prove that?
Why?
It doesn't matter why. Do you acknowledge that that's going to happen?
No, why?
Let's say there's a disabled person who's just so lazy that he doesn't want to do the paperwork, whatever.
No,
like I think it's more likely that people are just not going to be informed of it, or they're going to fill it out incorrectly. Do you agree that there are people who are eligible for Medicaid who are going to be kicked off because of this?
You're telling me that you're telling me that it doesn't. Hold on, you're telling me that it does not matter. That people do not have to prove that they are Americans. Hold on, shut up. They are American citizens and working 80 hours a month. You're telling me that doesn't matter.
I'm saying, my claim more specifically is that it's not a net benefit. The claim about it not mattering is me simply telling you. I'm simply asking if you think it's going to happen that people who are eligible for Medicaid are going to get kicked off.
I'm saying that
that claim doesn't rely on you thinking like it matters or not, right?
I'm saying that it does matter, and if people cannot prove that they work 80 hours a month and are between the ages of 19 and 65, then fuck you, you don't get free health care.
So what do you think
your argument is, the fucking paperwork is hard to fill out? I don't give a fuck.
I have evidence for my argument. You don't have any evidence for your argument. I have evidence that when people got kicked off were people who were eligible for Medicaid.
It's not hard paperwork, dude.
Go
I mean, in all fairness, like even if you were getting health insurance from your company, if you're getting health insurance from the veterans, if you're a veteran getting veterans benefits, if you're a student filing for your next semester, like all of these things, paperwork's a requirement for almost like any big thing that you're doing Like, already... to use that as an excuse is just it's bullshit.
This is not even hard paperwork, Sarah, right? It's like they obviously already had to do paperwork to get into it in the first place, right?
Who cares?
It's not hard though.
Do it again.
Right, how come in Arkansas 18,000 people lost their insurance?
Do it again.
Right.
Who gives
a shit, right? Who cares about these people, right?
All 18,000
Just say that you don't give a fuck about those people.
I just want to acknowledge that.
Exactly. Thank you, Misfit. You're the one honest one.
I do not care if you have to fill out paperwork. Sorry. Fill it out for the rest
of your filling it out, and there's issues with the paperwork, and they're losing their health insurance when they're otherwise eligible.
Ryan, if you had to fill out paperwork for 40 hours a week, it would be less than a fucking roofing job where you would get no free health insurance. Shut the fuck up and fill out
That's so irrelevant to anything anyone said. You're drunk, dude. Go, like, you should just go to sleep.
I'm drunk, dude.
Yes, you're drunk and you're stupid. Yes.
He's drunk and he's still doing better than
Listen,
even
me drunk. I've been
drunk. Listen, drunk doesn't like provide anything good to the conversation.
Sarah,
it's just belligerent.
Anything good when he's sober.
Hey, everyone shut the fuck up. You all are very well aware this is open panel dumpster fire. Misfit has done his time. He made his claims. He did his debate. Now he's here having fun. He doesn't have to stay. You guys wouldn't have someone to yell at and call stupid and call him a drunk and all those things.
No, we have other people.
I would have a great conversation with the vibe.
Hold on.
Now, go ahead.
Can I jump in real quick?
Go
ahead. I have been this amount of drunk every time I've ever been on Sarah's panel, and you guys didn't know. The only difference between tonight and the other times is I told you. So Ryan, trust me.
Okay, you're just as stupid every other time too. Then
shut up. I'm smarter than you drunk than you are sober.
It doesn't fucking seem like it. No, you couldn't even read your own AI summary earlier.
How do you spell tariffs, Misfit?
You thought GDP was inflation.
TARIFES.
There we are.
There we go.
Ryan, looking it up on Google.
Ryan, you need a massage, bro. You're so triggered all the time.
What I need is my fellow Americans to recognize the harms that they are standing in this bill.
You don't even understand.
You need to stop virtue signaling is what you need to do. You need to stop pretending.
It's okay to signal that you have virtues if you have good virtues. You have shit virtues, so you complain about it.
You don't care.
You just want to come on streams and bitch. And then you bitch and bitch so much that you end up fucking talking in circles.
Why am I
yourself.
agreeing with a cartoon all the time?
Because you're both stupid.
I'm agreeable.
You might want to interrogate that Misfit
argument.
Because maybe you have bad arguments, Misfit.
I love.
Does anybody understand?
Maybe you have bad arguments.
Maybe he's got the best arguments.
Vibe, why don't you kick us off with a viable thought process here and get us back on track?
So everybody's starting down in the minutia. Like, this is the problems that are happening right now. I'm trying to start at the top, and the top is very simple. What is the problem that we're trying to solve? Can anybody tell me that? What is the problem?
Not having enough money. Trying to keep tax cuts for the ultra rich.
No, I can answer that. The problem that we're trying to solve is how we balance the amount of cost for healthcare versus how much healthcare we cut.
Yeah, and these guys
is that it? I mean, ultimately,
we're trying to spend even more money than we were before.
This entire argument, less money we're spending more.
I would hope if you're worried about cost, you would also be worried about
this entire argument. This is the point, right? The whole reason we have things like Medicaid is because we understand that people without health care can become a larger drag monetarily on the economy than it would cost for us to pay the money to give them health care.
Right, I can deficit just generally.
And then
the reason we give poor people health care.
People figure that
five more times. I wasn't listening.
Advantage of it.
Just because some people are dishonest and take advantage of your healthcare system does not mean that you should not have your healthcare system, or that it's okay to kick a bunch of people off of it because you come up with really stupid fucking paperwork rules.
I'm glad.
Like most things, you come up with a moral reason to create a greater misery.
At the moment, right now, 1/5
I'm about to start having
United States population is on that system.
Yeah, 20%.
Just logically feels okay. We're going with vibes here. Do you logically think 1/5 of this population is in need of that care? And
yes.
I don't.
More than that needs healthcare.
I
would argue 100% need healthcare.
Not about who needs a pill for a cough.
Yeah,
I'm talking about people that.
Why do you keep going to health care instead of health insurance?
You're talking about free everything versus what do they need? What they need? No, 1/5 does not need.
Today's society, right?
Yeah, no, we don't need that. You have GoodRx, you have private.
Speak for your fucking self, dude.
Yeah, shut your whore mouth.
Just because you don't need it doesn't mean a bunch of other people don't. Fuck you.
You're getting yelled at about how people need healthcare by people who have never had to have Medicaid.
Just because I don't need it.
It's
not a bunch of other people do.
How is that?
You don't need insurance.
How's that even a point?
Do you not want to get rid of those people? Do you not want to get rid of the people that are stealing from the people that need it?
I'm fine.
Why are you implying that like 1/5 of the population is stealing?
All right, we're gonna play a little round robin. That's what we're gonna do. Since none of you can seem to get the fuck figured out on how
Ryan, I'm gonna need you to calm down
and how we don't talk over other people. Vibe, you made a claim. Can you say it again? Whatever it was.
My point is, right, so I think it's pretty obvious right now in the United States that there are people stealing from people medical care from people that need it.
Shut up.
1/5 of the population.
I gave the
1/5 is stealing.
Stop. I gave the talking stick to Vibe. I will pass it to you next, Ryan. But right now, Vibe has the talking stick.
Ryan, like I want the people in. So I have health insurance, and I don't take from the system. There are people that are taking from the system that need to take from the system. They are in dire need. They have kids dying, right? The people that are taking from the system that aren't in dire need are taking from those kids. That's my first point. I want to dig down into the bill and then see where we're messing up. But you guys won't even concede that there's people stealing from the system right now. And I'm just trying to get that first point across before we dig in. How do we fix that and whether this bill is
stealing from? Who's stealing? How do you identify those people?
I did not.
You're done, Misfit. Shut the fuck up.
Look. I did not hand over the talking stick.
I mean, that's my point, right? I mean, we know, everybody on this panel knows that there are people taking advantage of the system. Some people say 3%. I would say 20%. And the numbers are out there. So, I mean,
they are. I have
them.
Right.
Fucking where?
Ryan, would you like the talking stick now?
I would love the talking. Where are you're saying it's 20%? From where? Where are you getting this data from? Where are you getting these numbers? You're just pulling it out of your fucking ass.
I know.
You're pulling it out of your ass, right?
I have it in front of me, and I'm not using ChatGPT at the moment.
Well, use something.
I know it's in the upper 20s, and I will. We're on Discord. I will send you those numbers. But
I can help out with this a little bit.
I think it's about 18%.
18 somewhere, yeah.
18% of people are stealing from the system.
Yes.
By what metric?
Dude, by falsifying their paperwork and saying they need it when they don't, by getting massive amounts of fucking bridge card and food stamp money. Are you just dense, or do you just ignore these things that are all over the internet?
Trolling clown. No one gives a fuck, dude.
I'm not trolling, moron.
You are always a troll. You don't come in here with any serious arguments ever.
You don't have the right to say that kind of shit to me when you look like you do with that stupid ass goofy.
Dude, I've seen you. Your hairline is like back here, dude. Don't even try that shit with me. Yeah, I know you look like that.
With that stupid shit and your goggle ass looking glasses, you fucking moron. You are the stupidest fucking person I ever talked to on here. You sitting there screaming and bitching and whining and moaning over the next butt plug you get.
Go on his Instagram. Check him out, guys. You can see his fucking ugly face.
Go and look at me on Instagram, dude. I go on camera more often than you fucking think I do. And I don't need to be on camera to be serious. Like, you sit there and you act like everybody's got to be a fucking troll because they don't believe the shit that you spew.
You're a troll because you don't bring any serious arguments. All you do is fucking mean.
To sound moral when it's not even fucking moral. Your side bitches and cries over people's skin colors and acts like
bitching and crying about people losing health insurance, dude. We are complaining about people losing health insurance. You don't care.
Yes,
that's what's happening.
They get health insurance when they need it.
It's that simple. It's actually not that complicated.
What don't I care about?
You don't care that there's a bunch of people getting kicked off their health insurance because you are imagining that a bunch of people are stealing, and you have no reason to believe that except for your fucking, I don't know, some X post or some shit.
Are you... Okay, look. The reason why I believe that is because I know it to be true. I have cousins who actually do.
You believe it because you know it to be true. You realize how stupid that sounds?
I have cousins who are on the health care that don't fucking need it because they go and they file and they...
There you go.
Would you listen for a couple of seconds instead of screaming? They go and they file. They say, "Hey, I can't walk right, so I can't work, so I need the health care so that I can get, the next thing over."
Prove it.
free fucking money. So you
Prove
get on
it,
the
fucking
healthcare.
loser. Prove it,
Dude,
you dumbass
it's
clown.
easy to fucking prove. Look the fuck around.
How?
Just look it up the numbers yourself.
Just
since
look around.
Just
look around. We can see all the people stealing. Oh,
you
no.
just
Oh, wait. It
ignore
doesn't work that way,
everything you
dude.
see on the
It doesn't
internet
fucking
and
work
try
that
to
way. You
put
can't
your
just
own
make up shit and believe it into existence.
You're the fucking troll. It's not good trolling. You sit there and you claim all this fucking literal shit as if it's the moral high ground because it sounds nice and flowery.
You're
when you can't
citing
even
your
see
fucking
reality.
cousin, dude. You're citing your cousin.
Why don't you get on Medicaid so you can get that fucking tooth back in your fucking head? Because you know
Andrew
how
Wilson's paying for my tooth,
costs
bitch.
anywhere from $1,000 to fucking $9,000. You haven't even looked up the pricing. Yeah, $1,000 to $9,000 to get that tooth. If you want an implant, $1,000 to $9,000 out of pocket. So you better get some insurance. Is Andrew Wilson going to foot the bill for your insurance, or is he going to go?
He said he's going to pay for it. So yeah,
much. Yeah,
that's
we'll see it. I hope he does. I hope he does because it'll feel better for you, and you won't get made fun of. And all that
I think it'd be nice. I think it's a very kind thing that he can do.
When you sit here and you call me a troll when I'm actually making points, and you don't have any
troll.
fucking proof. Well, I don't have the proof that I fucking ham right this second because the only proof that you trust is in numbers. And if I get the numbers from the wrong place, you're going to say, "Oh, those are falsified."
This clown has cousins, guys.
Yes,
this clown's cousins are stealing from Medicaid. So let's cut 10% of Medicaid over the next decade because this clown says his cousins are stealing. Are you fucking serious? Like, come on.
Look, moron. Okay, it is very easy for you to go and continuously.
I'm a moron. He's saying we should cut 10% of Medicaid over the next 10 years because apparently his cousin is stealing from Medicaid. That's what's happened. Just to be 100% clear, what just happened here? His cousin allegedly is stealing from Medicaid. So let's cut 10% of the entire fucking program.
You just get a scream over me, right? Yeah, and that's why your fucking forehead vein is pumping like it is, and your blood pressure's going up.
Because I'm stressed because I share a country with people like you who fucking hate the Constitution, who hate our citizens, you hate us,
and have a discussion.
You want people to get sick and die, and it's horrible. You're a piece of shit.
Calm down and have a discussion instead of a screaming match, and you wouldn't be so stressed. I'm trying to say something to you.
No. I'm stressed because people don't scream at you enough. I think we need to shame losers like you way more. People have been way too nice to you for way too fucking long. It's absolutely disgusting and embarrassing.
On my stream
we have to stop. We have to go gloves off with you fucking losers, dude. It's time.
You don't know how to go gloves off. If I got in a fight with you, I'd step on your foot and kick you in the nose. You'd be done.
That's fine. I'm sure you would, but rhetorically you're garbage. Rhetorically, you absolutely can't do that.
Like a tough guy on the internet when your face looks like it can take.
I'm not a tough guy. I don't want to fight you, loser. I just want people to have health care. I don't.
You want to scream at me, but there's no reason to. I haven't said anything retarded or ridiculous. There are people
everything you've said has
their
been
paperwork so that they can get onto the healthcare system, so that they can sit back and they can get free healthcare, and then they can go, "Hey, I get free healthcare, so I should get free money from the government as well too." Because if you get the free healthcare, you can also use that while filing.
I don't even believe that his cousins are doing this. I have no reason to believe that. Why should I?
Cut me off. So after you get the healthcare,
say something worth not cutting you off for.
With your other paperwork, combine the two, and then you can get a check once a month. Using your Medicaid to help you get that free money from the government. Do you not understand this? Because I do. They walked me through how to do it. They told me how they do it.
That's awesome.
Do I need to do it too? Oh, I'm thinking about it at this fucking point.
You should do it. You do it.
Yeah, because I'm a type 1 diabetic and I'm already on Medicaid for my health insurance. Something that you're not on. You know how long it fucking took me to get on it? Because I have type 1 diabetes, something I will have for the rest of my fucking life.
How long did it take you to get on it?
A couple of fucking months solid of having to work with them guys.
A couple of months.
Go down
and you want to put more barriers.
No, I'm telling you that I did this during the Barack Obama administration. Fucking Democrats. So it doesn't matter who's in the White House. It matters who's handling the fucking paperwork.
Yes, if they're adding people more paperwork, if they're adding new paperwork, it's going to be harder to get on it then, right?
No, it's not. It's going to be the same amount of hard. You just want it to be something that you can bitch about so you have a reason to scream about the president. That's what's going on right here, right now.
Okay.
If there was a Democrat in the White House, it wouldn't even be a topic you'd give a fuck about.
Thanks for the break, Evan.
Hey, can I just say that I took advantage of Obamacare?
Me too. That's what I was so about. I got diagnosed.
I don't need cousins. I literally took advantage of it. I had so much money in my bank account, and I was getting free healthcare back in 2008 when I was starting. That's how people listen. People do this, and what a lot of other people don't understand is when you give somebody an opportunity, when you give them an open is there to take advantage of a system, they're going to take advantage of it. Like it's not even a maybe. They're just going to do it.
Yes, they will.
Do you agree that's roughly 3% of people on Medicaid?
Dude, people are not that altruistic. They're going to do it. All
Do you
right.
agree that roughly?
Wait, he's saying that 3% of people aren't altruistic and they're abusing it. What?
They do it with food stamps for sure. There's proof all over
We're not
TikTok
talking
for
about
that.
food stamps right now.
I'm sure there's a non-zero amount of people who abuse food
connected,
stamps.
though.
How big is that issue, though? Like, what percentage?
The question is two things: how big is the issue, and then is the solution to it actually going to fix that problem, or is it going to cause more pain along the way? I don't think this is a big issue, and work requirements fuck over everyone else too. So it's not a net benefit.
If your solution is if it's just one, then we need to fix the problem on some issues. And then if it's just one, but it's not that big of a problem on other issues, then you have no fucking integrity. All right. Because the argument is we have a flaw in the system. The system is flawed and people are taking advantage of it. And we can prove to you that they're taking advantage of it. But you go, because we agree with this thing, we're not going to care about the advantage that's being taken.
This is like solving a paper cut by like just cutting your arm open.
Right, I'm saying it's a very small problem, and the solution you're doing is not a net benefit because it fucks over everyone else.
How?
It's been explained to you so many times.
No, it actually hasn't.
Chaotic, unfortunately, he's too drunk to understand it. And I don't think he was
Instead of trying to like distract, tell me how. How is this
for the
issue?
5th time?
Okay, for again.
Go ahead. Go.
When you add work requirements, when you add extra paperwork, most people who lose coverage are not people who don't meet the work requirements. They're people who don't know they have to fill out paperwork, fill it out wrong. It's people who lose it because of procedural errors and added red tape. That is the fundamental issue. That makes it what's not a net benefit.
Stop. Is this what has been explained to me several times?
Yes, this is the reason it's not a net benefit to add work requirements.
All right. So the thing that has been explained to me several times is people don't know how to fill out paperwork, so they lose their benefits.
Let's just say let's say I accept that's the reason people aren't filling out paperwork. Okay, they're so dumb they don't fill it out. Do you agree that there are people
and
who probably should have Medicaid because they are disabled or whatever?
Dude, if they don't know how to fill out paperwork, then fucking get them a caretaker that can fill out paperwork. I don't know.
There are many people out there that have people fill out paperwork for them.
Well,
that's more Medicaid fraud is done by aides than actual patients.
Are we really arguing about
that's why they allow it?
Hold on. Are we arguing? Hold on. No. Hold on.
It drives me crazy that you guys keep on talking about the paperwork, because if you fill out the paperwork, somebody's going to get money.
Paperwork,
which means if you make a phone call,
you understand that most Medicaid improper payments are due to paperwork problems.
This is a freaking point that the paperwork phone call.
My only claim is that people who are eligible, a lot of people, actually quite a few people, probably millions of people who meet the work requirements are going to lose Medicaid
because they don't know how to fucking read and write.
Agree?
Stop straw manning. Added administrative.
And speaking of more paperwork, and then I'll hand it over to Weevil. Nuke sends pet treats over on Ryan's channel. Congratulations over there for Umbreon. And then it comes back again on my side and says, oops, wrong channel. Thank you. Yes, pet treats. Look, we are avid fans of dogs. As all of you maters know, which you all fully sponsored Nyx's full-blown knee surgery that she just had. So she's going through a lot right now. It's been a busy house the last few days. But thank you to all of you for sponsoring the doggy love. All right, Weevil, to you.
I came on here to say, personally, I am a mother of 3 and I am on Medicare, or Medicaid, but I'm personally not. I filled out the paperwork. I have for the last 2 years. I have an autistic son. I personally am not covered. I cannot see a doctor. I cannot see a dentist, but my kids can go to the doctors. My kids can go to the dentist, but I'm not covered. So a lot of these people that are on Medicaid and use the system are using it for their children and their children only.
And that's a great thing, right? That's the way it was designed for.
It is, because honestly, I personally, I don't have any chronic illness. I don't have any chronic illnesses, thank God. But
I think
my kid, even if it says I'm covered, I cannot go to the doctor. I can't go see a dentist. But all that matters is my kids can be seen. And that's what a lot of people are using it for. They're not using it for themselves as adults. They're using it for their children.
And here's the crazy thing about the argument that we're all having here is I actually am okay with the Medicare system and Medicaid and Medi-Cal, depending what state you're in. I am so against the people that are using it that need it, that are being taken away from.
By really quickly, using those words interchangeably, do you know the difference?
What's that?
You keep using Medicare and Medicaid interchangeably. Do you think they're the same thing?
No, they're very different. Medicare is for people over 65, correct?
Yeah, Medicare, old people, Medicaid.
It's for like it's for seniors.
And that's why I was saying Arizona, they call it something else. And then Medicaid, Medi-Cal. You're right. So I apologize on that. But the point being is, essentially, I want to make sure that every dollar is allocated to the people that need it, right? And me too. I know that
you're not going to get that.
Was arguing on the numbers, right? And it's really hard to like pull those numbers up based on that. People like it's not a census because if the government's approving it, the government's approving it. But if you actually look at the CDC numbers and the health agency numbers of the United States, they say that the United States is 75% or plus more than healthy, and the numbers in Medicaid are much lower, which means there's a bunch of people out there that are scamming the system.
That's not what
and all I'm looking for is
unfortunately, it doesn't matter.
Are you saying that everybody in the system isn't taking advantage of it and not stealing from people's kids?
I'm saying the issue that work requirements are trying to address is that we think there are people who aren't working.
I don't care about work requirements. I just want to know. I just want to know this answer from the panel. Do you think people are taking from other people that deserve this program?
Yes, we all know the.
Okay, but honestly, let me just say something. It doesn't matter who's scamming the system because nothing we do or say is going to change the fact. All right. They have their own system where they find out if you use your social security number in any kind of system or any kind of job force, they will find you. They have been cut. I have seen people, I have heard of friends being cut because they didn't put in their job forms and the state found them.
Yeah, they fucked up. Why is it that everybody needs to actually like rely on the system, by the way? Like that's my question.
Not everybody needs to rely on it, but if it's there to help you, if it's there to help you when you need it, people are going to use it.
Wait, you said you pay for your own insurance. You don't understand why poor people would need insurance?
You're not talking to me, are you?
Yeah, you said you pay for your own insurance.
Is somebody talking to me?
I think she froze.
Did I phrase?
Effigy is talking to Misfit.
No, I pay for my own insurance.
So you know how expensive it is.
Yeah, it's fucking like, dude, it's like $2,000 a month, right? It's ridiculous.
So do you see how poor people might need access to something like Medicaid then?
Bitch, I lived in my fucking car 5-7 years ago, whatever. Right? So
people should understand that sometimes people need fucking help.
No, when you have money, you can afford things that you can't have when you're poor. That's a thing. Right?
Are you saying that poor people don't deserve healthcare? Like what?
I'm saying is if you can afford healthcare, you pay for it. If you can't afford healthcare, right? You should
die.
be under. You should be
okay.
No,
let's.
No. Hold on. Let me finish.
We're right back where we were years ago when we had this healthcare debate with Obama. It's let them die.
Let me
all
finish.
over again.
Can I finish? When you can't afford healthcare, you should be afforded the bare minimum based on whether or not you can fill out paperwork, and you should get what you get with the system that we fucking put in place.
Why does the paperwork matter so much to you?
Oh my God! Because reading and writing and arithmetic, it's not that hard.
But it's not just about. It's not just about.
this is my only claim. I'm saying, if you agree that in principle, people who are poor and in sympathetic situations should have Medicaid, my argument is that work requirements kick a lot more people off who are in those situations than it does kick people off who are in non-sympathetic situations where they are able-bodied and not working.
I think that may be a good thing, because
why does it matter?
If you look at the kind of people who can't,
why don't you want to answer why?
Those are the kind of
I've answered why, because of the added red tape. But why does it matter? Why? I don't think it matters what my claim.
I didn't realize who they were trying to exclude.
Do you agree with the claim that work requirements have historically kicked off more people who are eligible than people who are ineligible? Do you agree with that claim?
No.
Do you have stats on that?
Evidence of that claim? Will you change your mind, or are you just not going to say it?
Sarah, put me in non-fawn up real
you
quick.
want a little date with non-fawn?
Yeah, put me in non-fawn up.
It's okay.
And
Misfit.
while I'm doing that, to the chat, I set another goal, because fuck this shit. You're gonna have to pay for my patience tonight. So hit the goal, or we go home. Thank you.
You were rubbing Vive's cheek.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, what's up, man?
All right. So your argument is, right, that the people that are getting kicked off of Medicare and Medicaid did not put their paperwork together properly, and that's a bad thing. Why?
Yeah, most of the people who are kicked off Medicaid because of work requirements are kicked off due to procedural errors and not because they don't meet work requirements.
Okay, why is that the government's problem?
Because I believe the government has some minimum responsibility to care for its people, and we should do things to. Because I believe, I mean, if you want to, how deep into my moral foundations do you want to go?
I mean, why should you not have a basic minimum requirement of filling out a form? Why?
There can be a basic minimum requirement, but I don't believe, the reason I don't believe work requirements are a net benefit, which is what I look at when I think of
you're not arguing work requirements. You're not
arguing work requirements. That's what we're here to talk about. We're talking about the big beautiful bill and the work requirements of the big beautiful bill.
No, you're arguing procedural requirements,
which is what work requirements are.
No, work requirements are.
Yes, they require you to fill out paperwork, and there's other procedural requirements in the big beautiful bill, by the way. For example, requiring you to verify your income every 6 months rather than every year. There are other things like that.
Working 80 hours a month is a work requirement. Filling out the
you have
paperwork.
to prove to the government that you worked 80 hours a month.
Yes, why?
Because they don't want people, quote unquote, abusing the system who are able-bodied and not working.
There you go, kid.
I agree. That's the hold on. Misfit. I agree. That's the intention of the work requirements. I 100% agree. That's the intention. My argument is that it fucks over everyone else way more than it helps with that problem.
All right, how?
Because people who don't keep up with the new added red tape lose their coverage.
Okay, hold on. No, let me ask you a question. If you worked 20 hours a week, could you prove it?
I mean, presume some do you have the capacity to prove it? But it doesn't matter. Hold on,
if I asked you,
I'm a misfit. I agree. People theoretically. I agree. People have the capacity to prove their eligibility to the government. At least some people do. There might be some extreme circumstances where they don't. My argument is that based on the data that we observe historically, for whatever reason, people don't do it. Maybe they're all just really fucking stupid. Maybe they are. I don't think being stupid is a reason to kick you off of Medicaid and lose your health coverage.
It's not stupidity, bro. They're not working. But hold on. Now,
my argument is that people who are working are still kicked off of Medicaid because of the work requirements.
How do you know they're working?
Who? The people who are
How do you know that the people who are being kicked off for not working are working?
Because we have 2 studies from Arkansas, we have 1 study from Georgia, and 1 study from eligibility requirements changed under COVID that measured these things.
Measured what?
Measured how many people kicked off, measured the effect of work requirements on employment, and measured how many people who were kicked off of Medicaid were actually still eligible for Medicaid.
Did they say I actually worked and they just kicked me off anyway?
Some of the studies. I think that some of the studies have different. They use different sources. So I think some of them, yes, were. I believe some of them did rely on some surveys.
Okay.
But other ones were just looking at things more generally.
Let's go back to this question, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you worked 20 hours a week, 80 hours a month, could you prove it to me?
I agree people have the capacity to prove it. Most people.
Shut up.
But yes or no, will you agree that historically people haven't for whatever reason? Maybe they're stupid. I don't care.
No, it's not about stupidity, bro. If I asked you if you could prove to me that you worked 80 hours in the month of July.
Why am I answering the third question for the
Could you hold on? Could you prove it?
I agree. People have the capacity to prove if they're working or not. At least some of them.
It's not about. No, I'm asking you a direct question. Can you,
like me personally, I don't work. I don't work.
You don't work.
I'm in school and I stream. But
so you don't work. Hold on. No. We're getting to the root of the problem.
Okay.
You do not have the ability to prove to me. You don't have a pay stub. You don't have a fucking clock in, clock out order. You have nothing. Right? That says to me, and hypothetically, I'm the federal government, that you worked 80 hours this month. You get no health insurance. All right?
Okay.
No, period.
Do we agree that for every one person like me who doesn't work and therefore can't prove it, there are 5 people who do work but don't keep up with the paperwork and get kicked off of Medicaid?
No, that's not how
if I send you evidence that is what happens.
No, that's not how
are you going to change your mind?
That's not how it works. Every single question that I just asked you is asked to those people. And if they can't prove it, they don't get health insurance.
I agree. It's asked to everyone on Medicaid. Some people are ineligible and therefore don't get health insurance because they're
ineligible. So what's the paperwork issue?
Way more people are eligible but don't keep up with the paperwork due to procedural errors, lose their health insurance coverage.
Okay. All right, let's go this route. All right. You worked 80 hours this week, and I'm going to tell you, 80 hours this month. But I'm going to ask you to fill out this form, right?
Are you ever going to cite data for anything, or are we just going to keep going down?
No, fuck your data. Did you fill out the form correctly? Did you fill out the form? No. Okay.
I think you're fundamentally.
You don't get health insurance.
I understand this, but you're making like a moralistic argument. We're saying if
no,
people
I'm
are,
not.
if
I'm
people
not making
can't,
a
that's why you're saying if people
argument.
don't fill out the paperwork, they don't deserve health insurance.
No, I'm making a fucking
what I'm saying is when I analyze policies, I base it on what people like actually do. We observe historically, and for whatever reason, we observe that people don't keep up with the paperwork, and therefore people who are eligible for Medicaid lose their health insurance coverage.
Well, then fuck you.
True.
That's no. If you're a person, a human being that did not keep up with your paperwork, fuck you. All right?
Yeah, no, I understand exactly. You're making a moralistic argument.
We have 350 million fucking people in here, and we don't have time to deal with you who didn't realize that you should have filled out your paperwork. That's my argument.
I agree. Hold on, we don't understand. This is why even like libertarians a lot of times are opposed to these type of like work requirements because
they everybody back.
This is why a lot of like libertarians are opposed to this stuff because it adds red tape. You make you not only make people.
It's a simple concept.
It's still added red tape. You can say whatever you want about it, but it's still added red tape, and it makes people who are eligible for Medicaid lose Medicaid. But also, it means that government bureaucrats have to spend more time and effort trying to verify people's eligibility, and that's at a cost for very little benefit.
It is a simple concept. Its end justifies the means. This is the moral equivalent of saying I'll kill 10 innocent people as long as I can find one murderer.
Yeah,
I think I watched the non-fun.
Okay. So I think you're fundamentally misunderstanding the Medicaid point. But I want to talk about
to the chat. Please continue doing your paperwork. You have less than 20 minutes. You have 18 minutes to finish that the dono goal, or Sarah goes to bed because this is. I mean, quite honestly, this has been a roundabout of crazy shit. And quite frankly, my payment has not been enough to tolerate. Only a Mr. Bill sends 5 says, raise your hand if you think healthcare should be a constitutional right. And I was actually going to ask this question. So good job, Mr. Bill. If yes, should undocumented also receiving? Guessing at least 2 agree. So my question to you is, let's start with the very question of, do we think that healthcare insurance should be a right and not necessarily a privilege?
Not at all.
Of course.
Now, you have the right to access, but do you have the right to a free healthcare?
No. Health for what it's worth, healthcare
like free at the point of service, or is that what?
If it wasn't for healthcare, every other tax would be spiked.
For what it's worth, healthcare is already a universal human right.
It's not.
It is.
I mean, look,
access,
like I don't think
access.
Who says it's a universal right?
Access
the United Nations.
We should all have access to it.
Yes, that's healthcare, guys. That's not Medicare.
The United States of America ratified the Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
I don't give a
Would
fuck.
you not say
it just
that,
means that you have the ability to get your own insurance. That's all that means.
What globalists have to say.
Obviously, we're not overpopulating right now. We're underpopulating, right? But if we were overpopulating, there could be a point where we have to survive on this planet. If we can't leave this planet, we would have to reduce population, right?
Where are you going with this?
Yeah, no, I see where
University, you're saying everybody has this right. It's a right. It's something that we all are born with. That right that everybody else has to make sure that I live, right? When I'm born, the moment I'm born, all of the world has the obligation to make sure
that's not.
I live.
This is a massive straw man.
No, he's right. No, he's right.
This is a massive straw man.
No, he's right. No. He's right. An inalienable human right is something that is given to you by God, and it is not a right.
No, it has nothing to do with God.
No, it is not.
It has nothing to do with God.
It is not a right. It is not a right of this country to take care of you. You're responsible for taking care of yourself and your family. This country is not responsible for taking care of you. Right now.
So the United States of America, even though it ratified the UN's Declaration of Universal Human Rights.
The United Nations has nothing to do with America.
Of course, what do you?
The United Nations has nothing to do with America. It is a
the United States of America is a founding member of UN.
Yeah, who cares? The United Nations has nothing to do with America.
This is incorrect.
That is a separate organization.
No, you are simply incorrect.
Okay, explain to me how.
The United States ratified the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It agreed to them.
Yeah, but he's not going to care about that, Dave.
I understand he doesn't care about that, but he should.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he should. So the point is that yes, actually, access to healthcare is a human right.
How does the United Nations have an effect on the access to healthcare?
Well, the idea is to, the countries that ratified it to follow it.
It's an idea. It's an idea, right?
So the United Nations actually dictates what all countries that support the United Nations ratified. Back to
it doesn't have an enforcement mechanism.
It's not.
So there's no enforcement there. Okay, so what I said originally. Okay.
Well, it's still obviously its argument would just be the U.S. made a commitment.
So the United States,
the U.S. ratified it. So the U.S.
mutual agreement, social contract theory. We could explain it.
So the United States has nothing to do with the United Nations. Like I said, cool.
No, look, obviously we have something to do with the UN. Like, I think we're the UN's largest funder, and we ratify some of their treaties or whatever. So we made some.
We're the largest. Look,
the UN headquarters are here. We obviously have something to do with it, and
you disagree that we don't act like a country that has a right to life. Like, if you get shot, usually 911 gets called, ambulances come. People usually feel a duty to help you, right? Like, if you're getting hurt, usually people will run to help.
Gonna get you. If you care about rights so much, look up Humer's paradox of weak
shot in the street and ambulance is called, you're gonna get help, but you're gonna get a bill in the mail.
Yeah, you're making an emotional argument. I'm making an actual, logical, legal one. The United States has absolutely nothing to do with the United Nations. Literally nothing. There is no ties, no legal, logical, constitutional ties to the United Nations. It doesn't exist.
I think there actually have been Supreme Court cases that said if the Senate ratifies a treaty, it does have the weight of federal law and states can't nullify it. I believe there are Supreme Court cases that do rule that international law does actually have some impact on the Constitution in the U.S. But regardless, obviously, I don't think rights are super meaningful one way or the other. If you care so much about rights, I would encourage you to look up Humer's rights. That's true. I would encourage you to look up Humer's paradox for weak deontology. I think that's a very strong argument.
I think the problem is,
but I think but more importantly, I think we all basically agreed earlier that the government should have it should provide health insurance to at least some people. So we
didn't agree on that. Here's the deal. right? Like you have 3 rights: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's what you have in America under the Constitution.
So we had a right to free speech, a right to bear arms, and a bunch of other things.
That's also under that's also under the Constitution. Let me finish. So what you're saying when
you said aren't actually rights, right?
Ryan?
Well, those aren't in the Constitution. They're in the Bill of Rights, Ryan.
Yeah, they're in the Bill of Rights. So what I'm saying is
what hang on, what the fuck do you think the Bill of Rights?
Oh my god!
The Bill of Rights is not the Constitution. Those are 2 separate documents.
Oh my god!
Bill of Rights is part of the Constitution. First 10 amendments.
I wanted to hear what he had to say.
One at a time. Go ahead, Misfit. And chat, do your fucking job. You got 11 minutes left. Make it happen. It's not that hard.
Here's what I was going to say before Ryan interrupted me. You have the right to life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, right? And then you have these things that you think are privileges that should apply under the United States Constitution. And that's why our founders were smart enough to put amendments in there so that we could put these things into law. And anything in there, I'm going to agree with, because it means that the Constitutional Republic put a system in place where we said, this is what we do, right? And one thing we did not do, we never did, over 250 years, was said, you deserve health insurance. It didn't happen. It hasn't happened. It probably won't happen. I'd support it if it did happen, but it didn't happen. So anyone who says you have a right to health insurance or fucking universal health care or something like that, you're lying. Just shut the fuck up and acknowledge that what you're saying is you want universal healthcare. You want better healthcare. You want this. And if you want it, you have a right to want it. But you don't deserve it, and it's not your right.
Cool. I agree. Actually, I agree that America does not recognize that as a right. Okay. However, I want to make one thing clear, because there's a bunch of people in the chat who are echoing this, and there's people on this panel who are echoing this. The Bill of Rights is, yes, the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. An amendment to the Constitution is not a separate document from the Constitution. It is literally a modification of the Constitution. It's amending the Constitution. Yes. You guys have no. It's actually so insane. Our basic civics education is so bad.
Would you agree that
so lost here?
Constitution?
Would you agree that amending something is separating something?
What?
Would you agree that amending something is separating something?
No, it's like taking a metal and adding a different kind of metal to it to go make a different alloy.
It's a separation from its original form, correct?
No, it's
a new iteration.
New iteration.
Yes, new iteration. Exactly.
It's a simile.
So it's the same fucking document is the point, right?
It's a separation of
now it is, but like the initial Constitution.
No, it's literally what it means. The amendments are okay. You need to take a civics class, but we should not get stuck on this.
Well, you're the one that brought it up.
Yeah, and I was trying to educate you, but it's a mistake.
Theoretical. Ryan, I'm really interested on your theoretical of this. So
add it to the list, guys. Just add it to the list. Add it to the list with tariffs. Add it to the list with basic economics. Add it to the list with how
what does tariffs have to do with the American citizenry?
Guys, one second. Let's just shrink the United States down to Sarah, Misfit.
Let's not.
Ryan, Nanfan, and Evan. Right. So there's 5 of us, and that's the whole country.
Let's not do that.
And
I don't get included.
Ryan, this is a bit theoretical.
I like this.
Between the 4 of us, we're producing enough, but then Sarah gets sick. And we try to farm, but we can't keep her healthy. Our economic system between the 4 of us cannot keep her healthy. Are we evil for letting her pass?
I don't care.
No, here's my question.
Well, let me allow Weevil is heading out. If Weevil's heading out, so I just wanted to give the opportunity to say goodnight and thanks for coming on, Weevil. And if you had any final words, you're welcome to say them.
I honestly don't. My phone is glitching. This is my second time on here with you guys, but thank you for having me on. And it's been great watching you guys, but all of you guys have a great night, no matter what's happening in the world, okay?
Thank you, Weevil. Have a wonderful evening.
Have a good night, Weevil.
So I was agreeing with Misfit that. Hang on, I was agreeing with Misfit that I want healthcare to be recognized as a human right in the United States. I agree, it's not currently. However, it is established in the UN, which, as whoever was saying earlier, is like ratified by the U.S. But we still don't recognize it here. That's true. We don't. I agree with you there. So we can find some common ground that currently the United States does not recognize healthcare or health insurance or any of these things as a human right.
What is this Humer's paradox of weak deontology?
It's a very good argument against the existence of intrinsic rights because it seems like it entails some paradoxes. He goes through an example of where like rights violations would be acceptable if an action was considered like two distinct actions, but would be acceptable if like the action was like taken as a whole as one action, and it's not very philosophically sound to try to separate out like. It's very philosophically unsound to say something is moral if it's one action, but not if it's two actions, even if they both like result in like the same thing. It's very weird. It's a very good argument against the existence of rights, but I don't think the existence of rights is very relevant for tonight's debate. And if we're very curious to clarify some of the things with Misfit and about other people about the deficit impact of the bill, I think he's very wrong about that.
I think the existence of rights is relevant for literally every debate, right? Like every single debate that ever happens, the existence of rights is relevant. What are you talking about?
It's not I don't think it's the most relevant thing to debating like whether or not a bill should be passed, right? I think we should broadly like agree that like we should just want to make the world better. We might kind of disagree on exactly what that means, and then we should just discuss whether or not the bill.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I just don't think that you should dismiss the existence of rights. Maybe I'm reading too much into it.
So
I have a question. I have a question for everyone who believes healthcare is a human right. Here's my question for you. In the United States, what has the government done to help lower the prices of healthcare in the United States?
Nothing.
They implemented price controls on insulin.
Yeah, Trump did that.
That's not healthcare in general. That's one specific med. I'm talking in general. What have they done to limit the price of Medicare in the United States?
Nothing.
Like to reduce the price of Medicare? What?
Nothing.
Correct. They have done nothing. That's true. Actually, in the inverse, they have set up a system where healthcare companies are actually given the opportunity to have no competition in the market and charge whatever they want for what they release, treatments, medications, everything. It is all subsidized by the government through R&D, and it's paid for by Medicare. So we're already paying. Yes, Congressional Budget Office, fucking read it, okay? It's
CBO.
the truth.
CBO, yes.
It is the truth.
So you're like half correct. So to some extent,
he's 100% correct.
No, he's only half correct.
You can say I'm correct, but it's in black and white.
Let him respond, dude.
If you don't mind, I can share this for you so you can see it. It's very black and white.
I'd like to let Vibe is going to make his exit. If we could give him the floor for just a moment, please.
Well, thank you. I wasn't expecting that, but yeah, just need some followers. Vibe on YouTube. Great talking to you guys. Misfit. Hopefully we can jump on together soon.
Yeah, Vibe, hit me up privately.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good to see you, Vibe.
All right, take care, guys.
Bye, Vibe. And while there's a pause, congratulations, chat. You finally hit the goal. I really didn't think you were gonna do it. I thought I was going to have to be a total bitch and just shut this shit show down. But don't let the completed goal stop the grift, because, I'll start up another goal and hold you ransom again. Law Dog with the big 5 says, streams begin at conception. Keep the stream alive. Also follows up for Ryan's Tooth Fund.
Thanks a lot.
I don't think that's ever going to stop. To help all the people out there too dumb to fill out paperwork for free money. Thank you. I will gladly pretend to be dumb if that means you'll send me money. For the weirdo with his headphone on his neck, because that's just gay. How are you hearing us if your headphones are around your neck?
Right out of my sound bar, okay? Yes.
Yeah.
He has those internal hearing aids.
No, because I'm half deaf and I need a sound bar to play that shit loud.
That's fair. And Nuke says time for the panelists to donate. Yes. Have you paid your tomato tax yet, dear panelist? Evan is.
I think Ragin probably owes me some money because of all the people that I get here hate
she
me.
pays me. I mean, I don't know why she's not paying you guys.
You're welcome to always dual stream. I mean, I saw you were dual streaming on your YouTube, but like dual stream where
I don't even know how I did that. By the way, I just clicked a bunch of buttons.
Oh my God, that handle of Tito's is definitely to your demise.
Lower class is definitely the reverb because he's got his headphones on his neck, and he
No,
said he's
I
wearing a
don't think it was him because it was going off earlier. I actually think it might be you, Misfit, because nope, now he's muted. Non-fawn. Ooh, nope. Animated. Hold on, everybody, just stop. Let's see. Boons. No. Nope, maybe. Joshua. Check.
It's either Bones or you.
Could it be me?
Let's see. Do we hear anything else right now? Let's keep you muted for a second, Bones, and let me unmute everyone else and make sure it's not just me in my head. Check. Yeah, it is you, Bones. Hold on, let's try. Let me edit. No, it's your mic. Do you have a fan blowing or something?
Negative. Well, actually, my computer fans maybe, but they're pretty far away.
Might be that. Because it does sound, it does. I thought it was maybe some reverb or something kicking back, but it might be the fan.
It's the Asian thing.
It's okay. Just
I guess the new lore is that I'm Asian. All right, cool.
Just stay muted when you're not speaking, and that way we won't hear it. And shout out to Kissy Cat for saving all you dumbasses. Because I mean, seriously, like I expect better from you guys. Like this is top tier entertainment at its finest, with all of the shit that's been said this evening.
I don't get no money.
At the very least, you should be entertained. Hey, I am the herder of the cats and the tards. All right. This job demands payment. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of headache. It is a lot of stress.
Sarah,
I tolerate a lot.
I do my shit for free, and you should do it too.
Yeah, well, you're not a single mom either. So
all right.
If it makes you feel any better, Sarah, I've been live on my channel for an hour and 20 and haven't made a dime. So I'm just restreaming more content.
I've been live for a year and a half, and I haven't made $1.
You know what?
One way you can try to encourage people to donate money to you is by doing something like this. Everyone, in a new tab, open up, keep this tab, right? But in a new tab, you can open up and go to youtube.com/@radicalcoder and subscribe to me, right? Because I'm often bringing the polarizing perspectives to this panel so often that people often drop insane amounts of money to bounce me back and up and down the panel. So
yeah, he also has an OnlyFans.
Hey, you could be replaced with any liberal who speaks loud.
Like haters.
Go ahead, Joshua.
All right. So I did some looking into this, and I wanted to speak to him and Alex earlier, but this is what I come up with. These are some common misleading claims that are made by the critics of the big, beautiful bill. Number one is that the bill will strip healthcare from 17 million people. The reality check is that figure reflects a worst case scenario, blending Medicaid loss with subsidized ACA expiration. The CBO projects 10 to 11.8 million people could lose coverage by 2034, not immediately. Many may regain eligibility through updated paperwork, determination of state action. That the claim
which is red tape by the state.
The claim of 17 million is alarmist. The expected impact is gradual and manageable with redeterminations and state flexibility built. One thing that
crazy they waited to institute the work requirements till after the midterms. I really
hold on,
let
him finish.
So, claim 2: hundreds of rural hospitals will close. 338 rural hospitals are at risk per the Sheps Center, but risk equals guaranteed closure. Congress included a $50 billion rural health fund to invest in innovation and stabilizing care, covering only about 30 to 40% of projected losses, but still the largest federal rural investment ever. Yes, many hospitals are vulnerable, but this bill invests in transformations, not just bailouts. Many facilities will convert to rural emergency hospitals or telehealth hubs.
Yeah, of course.
Claim three, work
That was the most important part, what he just said.
Yeah. Claim 3, work requirements will leave poor people uninsured and desolate. The reality check is Arkansas's program disenrolled 18,000 people in 2018 without increasing employment. Only 27.5 had incomes under FPL. Most lost coverage for administration reasons. Nationally, 4.6.
Yeah, that was what we've been saying.
Like what we've been saying for the last hour.
We agree with you. We agree.
Yeah, but I haven't had a chance to get in there. But
sure. To reiterate our point,
4.6 to 5.2 million people may lose coverage by 2026 from work rules, not by job absence, but reporting failures. The Arkansas case shows harm came from bureaucracy, not a lack of work. The activity threshold is modest, equals 20 hours per week, and
Josh.
What?
Don't let him stop you, Josh. You're the new MVP. Keep going.
You're cooking.
Oh my god, I love
it. The actual problem. You guys are healthy.
Up to Josh, okay?
Josh have no idea what the actual problem
is. Hold on, chill for 1 minute. Ryan, Norfin, Bonds, and Evan, you guys realize that you're fucking laughing at somebody right now, and you guys need to fucking chill. Like, let the motherfucker fucking.
We're not laughing at him.
You're acting
because he's right.
We're laughing at.
You're acting. No,
he's saying the things that we've been saying for the past hour uninterrupted.
No, but you're acting.
He's saying the exact fucking points that everyone's.
That's fine. Misfit, that's fine. Let them laugh. Let me get this out.
No, you're acting like
we're laughing because we agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, you're acting like fucking bullies and children right now. Shut the fuck up. Let them talk.
Says the man.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Bullying. Oh my god.
If I was in,
pissed off the people going and making insults. Oh my god.
By the way,
oh
guys,
my god, bro.
By the way, guys, before I can,
he's mad that Asian Hitler's laughing. Apparently,
you guys are fucking children.
By the way, guys.
Oh man, the Trumples are crumbling lately.
I know, right?
It's not about that. It's not about that, dude. I'd fuck your mother in front of you if I was.
There he is.
You're so.
There he is.
Oh my god, that's so crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wait. Hey, I'm not here to fucking defend Trump, all right, Effigy? I'm here to show how y'all are fucking captured by corporations, and you're totally fine.
So true.
Big pharma. Like money, bro. That's all you
can do that as well.
Hold on, I think there are issues. I think there are issues with
guys. Let me finish.
Let him finish.
Wait, hold on.
Go, Josh. Do it.
GPT for whatever.
So anyway,
stop acting like you're in fucking high school.
So before I continue, I've had people in the chat in my lives and in here claim that I'm drunk. I've had my jaw broken in 3 places by a 450-pound stepdad. My nose was broken, so I don't know why people claim I'm drunk. I don't drink. But
Josh, this is the internet, bro. Like you can't let what these assholes say.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean to assume.
No, nobody said you were drunk. I was just coming at
no one was making fun of you that because you were coming across like you were telling us something to rebut us, but you were actually literally talking about our talking points.
Right, but the whole purpose is I wanted Alex to hear this because he made some strange claims, but a lot of this, I'm almost done. So, claim 4, thousands will die because of Medicaid cuts. The reality check is, while dramatic headlines suggest mortality risks, e.g. 42,500 extra deaths, those figures come from worst case models, including large ACA subsidy losses. Most affected still have emergency protection under EMTALA, and states may continue funding vulnerable groups. Losses are administrative, not necessarily permanent medical denial.
Yep.
Scare language doesn't replace facts. Real harm comes from systematic I don't even know how to say that word.
Ineptitude?
Inefficiencies.
Inefficiencies. Not I don't know why I had a hard time saying that. That's literally what it is.
That was Nonfon's fault. He did it to you. He used magic.
Inefficiencies, not intentional denial. Improvements remain possible. Claim 5. The bill is racist and targets minority or low-income communities. The reality check is work rules apply universally to non-disabled adults and with broad exemptions. No racial targeting is embedded. The $50 billion fund supports rural hospitals in largely white, economically marginalized areas. Race-based allegations don't hold up. This bill treats demographics evenly, and both rural, white, and minority communities stand to benefit from modernization grants. So we went through that, and one of my favorite things that I found.
You're reading this like right off the White House's website or something.
It does. One of my favorite things I found is it does not aim to take healthcare away from people. Hold on, I had it. I want to make sure I work.
So the point of the work requirement is to take people off who aren't working. So yeah, it is taking people off. That is the purpose of it.
Right, but it's not that nobody will be denied health care. It does not aim to remove health care from people.
If you don't work, you will be denied health care, or you will be denied medical.
Really shitty that rural hospitals when that was basically a bribe for people to vote for the bill. It wasn't actually to help those hospitals because a shit ton are going to get closed down.
How?
Because it was directed specifically to the people who weren't going to vote for it.
Like you guys don't like the guy who's in charge, so you want to attack him.
One at a time. I don't know who's talking to me. Who?
I know me and Effigy apparently have the same voice. Sorry, Effigy.
Effigy was.
How? All right. How?
You know we're the same person.
How is it?
We are.
How is it taking away healthcare?
So, if
the hospital has to close, do you agree that people got their healthcare taken away? Their ability to get healthcare there?
All right, but how?
If a hospital doesn't have sufficient funding to continue to operate and they have to close down, then those people either have to go elsewhere, usually much farther away than the current hospital they're going to will be, or they just are fucked and they can't really get any health care.
So which hospital is being closed down? Because
do you want like a list? I can bring up a list soon for you if you want.
Josh just explained it, right? Josh said, hey, the claim is, right, that 300 something thousand, blah, blah, blah. But they're actually going to be building new healthcare facilities and redirecting all of the people that were going to go to these.
So you understand that building these healthcare facilities takes time, right? And these facilities are shutting down soon or already.
Sure. I'm convinced that
also,
there's going to urgent care is even if I grant that entirely, there's going to be a gap in service regardless.
Yeah,
can we agree?
Can you delineate when
that's bad.
That's denying healthcare. Hold on. Can you delineate when that will be? Can you explain when that gap?
I don't know how long it'll take for new hospitals to be built.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know how long exactly it'll take for new hospitals to be built. Oh my god,
when it's cutting off and when it's starting.
No, yeah.
You have no idea
do you want me to give you the list? Do you want me to give you the list?
I want you to give me a spot on timeline because there's.
Why the fuck would I be able to give you a spot on timeline? We don't even know when these new projects are starting.
When will it be?
The fuck? Do you want me to come up with one out of thin air for you?
There are hospitals that are already telling people that they're going to close.
Would you be willing to claim
is bound to happen? When is that going to be?
Message Ryan and Misfit for a debate sometime.
Yeah, get me on X. It's the Misfit Patriot or Misfit Patriot _.
Yeah, I'm gonna X.
I can't give you an exact timeline on like, what the gaps in coverage will be for each little like fucking township in the U.S. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't know anything. You're right.
Correct.
You're class.
You're right.
Bones,
Exactly.
Bones.
What?
What do you think that would be? What do you think that would be a reasonable timeline for let's say a change of policy where you might have to shut down one health facility but then move it to another health facility?
Let's not I don't think it's worth pontificating here. We can just
I think it is.
Please shut your fucking mouth, lower
class. Wait, so why is it worth it?
I want to speak to the racist.
Why the fuck is it worth it? Why the fuck is it worth it? Tell me. Why the fuck?
Well, hang on. Does Misfit know what he's describing, though? Because a lot of these places, they're not going to open another hospital. They're closing hospitals, and what they're going to happen is they're going to open corporate urgent care centers and things like that are not hospitals.
What I'm trying to ask is whether or not you guys understand that there's a difference between shutting down a facility and mitigating the facility to another temporary healthcare facility, which may be able to handle all of the needs of the region. That's all I'm saying.
All right, here. I'll post in the back for lower class from my home state of Louisiana. In Acadiana, Cajun country, 6 rural hospitals that are about to close because of the funding.
And when's
Ryan, what was your X?
That's what we need to know. We need to know somebody.
The radical coder. I'll post in that.
Effigy, when's the next one going to be built? That's fine. You can show the first part. My question is the gap.
What do you mean get built? They're not building hospitals. Have you ever been to an urgent care center?
Yes, I have.
It's like going into an office. Like, that's it. Like, it's not a hospital. They don't have the capabilities that hospitals have. It's not even fair to compare them. Yes, they are healthcare, but that's like saying an asteroid's the same as a planet, right? Just because they float in space.
All right.
Yeah, you can go there and you can get your.
You say you've been to rural hospitals. Rural hospitals are not massive buildings,
but they can do surgery.
No one.
I'm from a rural area. I've seen rural hospitals.
So fuck them. Shut them down, right?
I'm not saying
they're not shutting them down. You guys are so fucking extreme.
That is what the inevitable result of the policy is.
We're going to get rid of all the Mexicans and blah 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 blah. You guys just have all these.
They're fucking trying to. Stephen Miller
literally fucking trying to. Have you seen
of it except for your citizens
who look Mexican?
Stephen Miller, who is a white nationalist,
would love to do that. Fucking shit.
I know. I'm not talking about feels. I'm talking about what's actually happening.
I feel like you guys have no proof for any of your fucking claims other than stats that you guys come up with on the fucking spot.
Yeah, that is evidence. That is evidence in favor of the claim.
And then when anybody else shows you any kind of statistics, you claim that it's
studies, fucking figures, metrics.
You sit there and you go, "Oh no, your stats, your fucking figures
don't matter."
You don't have any fucking data. You don't have any data. You literally said, "Well, I don't know. I don't know."
Yeah, I don't know the exact fucking timeline of when there's going to be a new hospital in the rural.
Exactly. You don't have any fucking data, so shut your mouth.
You're right. I have
a lot of other claims.
I don't have access to fucking.
And nobody else shows you guys any data. You're like, no, that's not real. It doesn't fit with my data.
The whole time, all you said is your fucking cousins abuse Medicaid. That's all you did.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's fucking true.
Wait, I want to address the racist thing. I want to address why people are calling them racist.
Do it. And if you want to sit there and act like because I only know a couple of people who do it, that just means nobody else does.
You know a couple of people you made up.
You sound fucking ridiculous.
You fucking clown. No one cares.
No, shut the fuck up, Brian.
I want to see the racist.
You are a child trapped somebody on a fucking body who's over 5 foot tall, and you think that means that you're a fucking adult when you don't actually have any real true beliefs or any of that bullshit. You just got a bunch of claims that other people use.
What's your fucking rebuttal to that? If I take your 2 cousins, I had my 36 who don't abuse it. That's 2 out of 38. What's the percentage on that? Very low.
True, that's base bones. So anyway, I want to speak to the.
No, what did he say then, Ryan? What was so base? Because I don't think you even know.
I'm making the exact same claim, except the negation of that. And I'm saying that that's evidence that no one's abusing the fucking system, or that there's not a large swath of people abusing the fucking system.
There is a large
level of evidence that you just provided. Trippy Cast, you just realized you provided provided two people.
You guys want to sit
that
here?
You claim are abusing the system.
Act like nothing that I say could possibly be real.
Fucking retarded.
When you know damn well
that is the exact logic
you guys will believe anything
you're bringing to us.
Harris
Back to you, and you're suddenly all up in the fucking arms about it.
Name. That's all it requires for you guys to fucking suck it up like it's come from God. You guys
no on your knees. Literally had no fucking
beehole, daddy. As long
I don't have the exact comment for when new hospitals open up. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't have access to those. I don't have access to the construction. I don't have construction, man. I don't do that either. I can't tell you when these new hospitals are going to come up that haven't even like begun to open.
You're right. Don't fucking reference data if you're going to make a claim. Base.
I didn't make a claim. I said there's going to be a gap. I didn't make an exact claim on how long that gap is going to be, retard.
But you said there was going to be one. You have no idea.
That's more like lower fucking brain cell count. Holy shit, bro! You don't even know what the fuck my claim was.
Idea.
Does anyone
lower class more like low IQ? Repeat back to me what my fucking claim was.
Low IQ. I'm not the one speaking out of my
Repeat to me what my fucking claim was, retard. Retard.
I'd use that term like this.
Retard. Fucking repeat back my claim.
Does
anyone was my claim? Claim out of my ass.
What was my fucking claim?
No one cares.
Hey!
What was my fucking claim?
Does anyone feel like shutting
Jesus,
the fuck up?
Lord, have fucking mercy on my whole
trying,
fucking
Sarah.
soul. I sat and listened to this bullshit. I'm up there trying to like carry my fucking dog out. I'm listening to you dipshits go la 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 all over the fucking place, being assholes. Holy fucking shit! 10 minutes. That's all I wanted was like 10 minutes so I could walk the fucking dog. I'm gonna start nagging harder, and here's why. Chat, you got 13 minutes to figure it the fuck out with that dono goal. I don't even care. Cat GPT sending 20 over on I believe Ryan's side. Shout out to Ombrion. Slutty Gorilla Biscuits sending 1 gifted membership and then 2 gifted membership. Congratulations. Evan Lord says, "Good on you, Joshua. Your insight was very valuable." Quite the compliment.
Thank you.
And Misfit is a fist crammed in the cavity of intelligent debate, and his performative outrage is enough to cause a hospital? What the fuck is that?
A hospital that's occupied by him.
They're making fun of people being murdered.
It's a hospital.
Thank you.
And drop Trippy and drop Bones, and I've got 2.
I never heard that
before. 2 coming in. Thank you. Maybe Flow State, where were you 20 minutes ago when I needed you? I'm glad you're here.
Ryan the cock stick like he asked for.
Anything. I don't have a wrench.
Oh my God, Ryan in the cock stick. That cracked me the fuck up. Okay. All right, chat.
Freud was right.
You need 7 more to fulfill that goal, and you have only 12 minutes to do it. And I just don't give a fuck at this point. I just carried a fucking dog outside, tried to give her medicine.
I tried to fucking
shit show and a fucking half, and I'm already. And my daughter's asking me to come check on her. I don't even fucking know, but I'm gonna leave Flow State in charge this time.
Oh shit!
He's gonna use his big ball voice to manage the panel. I'll be right back. This one should be
just
quicker. I promise.
But
when I get back.
Sarah, chat.
I got it. It's fine. We have mods for a reason. Chillax, relax. My God. Oh my God. Okay, so there we go. See,
I'm gonna put my earphones on my hat again.
I'm in charge now, so you're good.
Oh wow, that's
Mighty
very
Nate.
generous.
You guys do whatever you gotta do.
And we want Trippy back. Who do you want to boot, Nate, to bring Trippy back? You have your options. You have your choice here. I'll remove this so you can see the names. We've got Effigy, Sasquatch, Flow State, Joshua, Ryan, Lower Class, Non-Fawn, and Evan, who pays to talk but sits here while he pays to talk. So your choice, Almighty Nate. If you could just say it in the chat of who you'd like to boot, and I will gladly, kindly do so happily. Except for Misfit, you can't boot. And Chuck coming in over on, I believe. Oh, whose side is this? Is this you're connected? Is that? Yeah, it's you. Chuck says. He says thank you. Thank you.
Put me on the roster.
Let's see. Boot Evan. All right, Evan. Goodbye. Trippy comes back. All right, and to everyone else backstage, get some rich friends. All right, I will be right back. Listen. Flow State has the voice of hopefully clarity. I'm going to leave this up.
You're setting me up for failure.
All of you super chatters out
I
there.
demand the keys of power.
I swear to God, if
no, you'll never. That's one thing you'll never have is keys. But
come on.
But Flo, you can direct traffic very well.
You guys have fun. Go at it. Do whatever you want.
So I wanted to speak to the claim about the bill being racist. So just one quick fact, okay, and then I'll shut up for a minute. So Black and Latino workers are overrepresented in low-wage, unstable, part-time jobs. These are jobs that fluctuate under 80 hours per month. These are people who Misfit over here told to get fucked earlier if they fall below that threshold.
Black and what?
That's why we're calling it. It's just one reason.
Have you ever statistics have to do with skin color, or is it just that's just what I hear out of you all the time?
Yeah,
black and what?
That's what you hear all the time. That's all I can think about is
black and what?
Okay,
Hey,
why?
Black
Hold
and
on,
Latino,
no,
I said.
I have
Black and
a
Latino.
question. I have a question. Why do Black and Latino people work under 80 hours a week? That's a good question.
So
Because they're
again,
all
these are
illegals
jobs.
now.
They're overrepresented in low-wage, unstable, part-time jobs. We can talk about why. It doesn't matter why right now.
Why?
Right?
It doesn't matter why, because that would go directly against your narrative, right?
Nobody
How
ever.
would it go against my narrative?
Because you're lumping Black and Hispanic laborers. That they're not the same. If you're going to divide people by race, divide them by race and stop
I'm not
jumping.
dividing by race. I'm saying the reason people call it racist is because those people, those groups in particular, are more likely to work in the jobs that are going to be disproportionately impacted by this policy. Those people are more likely, for whatever reason, you can talk about
Why does it matter? Why do we care about them more than anybody else?
I'm just responding to Joshua's point about them, the bill being racist. All I'm doing is explaining why people are calling the bill racist. I'm saying those people are more likely to be impacted by this.
No one asked for this.
You
brought
brought
the
me
real
into
question, guys. Just a
I
quick
argued
question.
against racism.
Why is healthcare so fucking expensive?
Absolutely great question.
No idea.
The big beautiful bill doesn't make
Barriers
any
to
fucking
entry are massive.
Why?
Barriers to
Excuse me?
entry. Barriers to entry.
Because
Government
of the
regulations. You have to have at least 10 years education after your education to touch anything.
Right? No, that's fair. But why is it so expensive for pharmaceuticals then?
Yeah, partly
they play the patent. They play the patent thing.
Oh, yeah, yes, they do. Yes, thank you. Yes, the government set up a system to where they can charge whatever the fuck they want for an excluded period of time.
100%.
I would like to understand why I should pay more tax money to give them basically a blank check from the Department of Treasury. So they can charge whatever the fuck they want to our tax.
No, this is a good question. This is
It is a good question. Yeah. And all these healthcare bootlickers here, instead of wanting to really hold the real people who are making it so expensive accountable, they want me to pay more fucking money. So please explain, gentlemen.
No, look, the trade-off would be less drugs, though, right? If you limited the amount of profit corporations can get from new pharmaceuticals, you'd expect less research.
What kind of drugs? What kind of drugs?
That's something you're caring about.
Essentially all drugs. I mean, there's some evidence.
That was your answer. All drugs. My question is for you. What is the percentage of taxpayers' dollars that pay for the riskiest part of developing new drugs?
The riskiest part? I don't know. It might be high, but
yes. What percentage of taxpayers' dollars pays for that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Exactly. Please read a little bit, bro.
But look, I have read a little bit. It's not an area I'm particularly educated in, but I do know. Like, I think the average cost to bring a drug to market,
85%. That's what we
of
pay.
the riskiest part, maybe. But overall, like I believe the average is still like about $2 billion to bring a drug to market for private corporations.
Correct. Yeah,
that's a lot of money, dude.
That's correct.
Exactly. That's why we have patents to incentivize innovation.
Drugs have been recalled in the past 10 years.
Okay, that's not relevant to you. Asked why.
No, it's completely relevant because we're the ones paying for it, and you're advocating for us paying more money for healthcare. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh my god! You asked why are pharmaceuticals so expensive? Me and Flow State both said part of it is barriers to entry. We grant monopolies on patents for new drugs, and you asked why do we do that, and I said because it incentivizes innovation. I'm not making like a moralistic claim on whether that's right or wrong. I think our patents are probably too protective right now.
Non-fun. You understand that $1 billion is $1,000 million, right?
Yeah, it's a fuck ton of money.
It's a whole lot of money. So $2 billion is $2,000 million, and we just accept that, right? So there's a lot of people, and I'm not saying you or anybody in this panel has brought it up, but there's like this whole like APAC and blah blah blah, like the lobby group that has $130 million that they're trying to influence Congress with. The pharma industry has $2.3 billion per year that they use to influence our Congress for their products. Have you ever watched a Fox newscast without seeing some type of
Did you take blah 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 blah?
Hold on. Have you ever watched a Fox newscast for an hour without seeing some type of pharmaceutical like advertisement? Where they're like,
well, I don't want Fox News, but
they do a little where they do a little jingle where they're like,
I understand they spend a lot on advertisement.
I watch it on YouTube without commercials.
Yeah, it's two.
Old people watch Fox News. They need medication. Yeah, who cares?
It's exactly. But when
it's an older crowd too that watches.
It is more about the demographic.
When Ryan tries to minimize that, when he's like, no, who cares?
Like when you minimize people being kicked out their healthcare for working 79 hours a week.
Hey guys. The Gauntlet brought to you by Pfizer.
Think about
79 hours a month, whatever.
Hold on, let's all chill. Think about it, right? $2,000 million, and you don't think it's a big deal.
2,000 million?
Yeah, that's $2 billion.
2,000 million. I want that.
What do you mean by big deal? What does it affect? What's the big thing it affects?
It's a big fucking deal, dude. How
much?
Isn't that a lot of money, non-fun? $2 billion. That's a lot of money, right? Non-fun. Isn't that a lot of money?
First of all, I'm not sold that pharmaceutical advertisement.
I can fix it.
Ryan, you getting irritated?
Dude, I'm so mad. I've been screaming all night. I fucking hate these people. They're actually destroying my country, and they're
actually Ryan. Can I ask you something?
Hold on. I'm not sold that.
Ryan, I love the loosh of your hatred.
I'm here for the delicious chaos.
That's it. Ryan, I'm trying to fix your country. I'm trying to fix your country. Your tooth costs Your tooth costs 1/1 of what.
Don't worry about my
people
tooth.
That you fucking like champion.
Well, it's not the
probably even crazier than that. It's a lot less. Let's get. You know what? That's what we should do. A goal. We'll put together a goal to get Ryan Medicaid so that he can be told by Medicaid that he's not allowed to get a tooth implant.
Fuck that, dude. He can pay for that shit himself. Go type some more code.
That's what they'll do. They'll tell him he's not allowed to because it's cosmetic.
Listen, he's waiting for Andrew Wilson to pay for that. I promise you.
Well, actually, Andrew's waiting on me to give him a price. He's going to pay for it. I'm not waiting on Andrew. I'm not waiting. To be clear, I'm not waiting on Andrew. Andrew's waiting on me to give him a price.
Andrew is never paying for your tooth ever. He's not going to do it. He doesn't care about you.
Big shout out.
First of all, Andrew kind of likes me, but it's not a bragging point because Andrew has kind of a disgusting worldview.
Andrew will never pay for your tooth, guaranteed right now.
Andrew will never pay for Speaking of the tooth fund, Chuck says, Crying Ryan and Dealer's Choice for the second choice, 5 minutes each. Ooh. Ryan, Flo, would you like to pick the second winner?
Nickname has stuck. Oh, Ryan's dropped.
You need the names.
I can't believe it.
Get out of here, Trippy.
That I identify with the most on this panel.
I really enjoyed it.
Well, I love how Misfit is shit-faced drunk right now. Cat GPC said 5, 10, 15, and 20 towards the goal. How many more? One more. Can somebody else pick up that tab? I mean, Kat's done a lot so far tonight, and I think somebody else could send $5 or is it? Oh, she sends another one just to complete the goal because she knows my OCD. Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my God! Personal
what are you
tax,
mixing it
very
with?
Nice gentleman. Who's making personal tax? I wasn't listening.
Are you mixing it?
What?
Never mind.
What's that? Why would you corrupt alcohol stuff?
Stop yelling at me.
Tasted that shit.
I'm gonna yell at you all night long, chat, because you guys disappointed me. You came up short on the first portion over on the tomato debate, and then you guys are trying to get a freebie show without even hitting the fucking like button. That disappointed
I honestly
me.
don't see a
Look,
I liked it. I liked it.
There was
I hit the like button.
I know, like over 200.
Go and like it.
No.
We're talking about a freebie show.
So,
by the way, Sarah, happy early or late Mother's Day.
I like the guy in the middle, Sasquatch. I like him.
Sasquatch is awesome.
I like you too. We should drink together.
I like to call him Cock Squatch.
I like him.
It just makes.
That's why I came to give you the cock steak that he asked for earlier.
He's my favorite. I don't know.
Nice. I want to cuddle with you. I like your beard. We can have fun.
Me too.
I do really just want to ask about the deficit because it seems like you were
shut the fuck up. You don't have a beard.
I'm just so. Do you think that this bill is going to increase the deficit? Do you think that's likely?
Deficit?
All right, I need you to go about 3 octaves down.
Do you think this bill is going to increase the deficit?
Come on, man. You know non-funds.
Okay. Do you think this bill is going to increase the deficit?
Thank you.
Thanks,
No,
Dave.
no, I don't. I think maybe, but also maybe not. And also, go fuck yourself. And
So
I don't think any bill the government writes.
Wait. So non-fund, are you asserting that it's going to raise the deficit?
Yeah, almost certainly, yes.
Okay, so my question is, what industries is going to raise the deficit in?
What industries? The government. What do you mean? It's going to increase.
No. The government doesn't make money for the United States. Industries make money for the United States, and the government makes its money off of those industries.
So you don't know what the deficit is? Cool.
No, okay. I know what the deficit is. My question is, what industries are going to create the deficit through this bill?
That's not how that works.
That is how that works.
Is what you're asking. So the bill broadly, the bill cuts taxes. It cuts taxes in a lot of areas.
All right. What industry? All right. Hold on. Non-fund. What industries are in the United States government?
We're mostly we're an insurance company with an army, so it's mostly the army.
No. Name the 5 industries that are in the United States government.
What?
Like I said, we're an insurance company with an army. The biggest outlays are Social Security, Medicare, and the army. Those are like the top 3 biggest.
Hold on. There's the healthcare. There's the healthcare industry.
Okay, so insurance.
Not within the government.
Well,
it's not in the government at all.
I'm saying that.
Yeah. The industries are outside of the government.
Outside. Yeah. All right. So my bad. I worded it wrong. So what industries work with the government? Right. The healthcare.
Like all of them. All of them. Everything.
Yeah.
The military industry. I'm gonna
That's
give
actually the government.
You're just repeating what I said. Insurance company with an army.
Yes, but they're private industries that make all of the weapons, and the government buys.
Thank you.
I agree. I mostly agree. We do fund our own research and development in places like DARPA.
Healthcare and military. What are the other 3?
I don't know. I mean, we have welfare. We have, I guess, we have infrastructure.
Why don't you just tell us? Because what you're even describing isn't clearly defined.
Yeah, this feels like a very arbitrary, weird definition of what an industry is and stuff like that. Like, I don't see. Like, I don't see what we're doing.
Can we go back to the deficit?
Yeah, how this hinges on the deficit, I do not know.
Yeah, I have the answer to the deficit, and this is what I found. It could, if it includes spending cuts greater than new expenditures, increase tax revenue through closing loopholes, higher rates, or economic growth, deficit reducing mechanisms like pay go. I'm reading what the whether or not it will decrease the deficit.
Where from?
What?
From
computer.
Yeah,
like I just googled it.
Post a link in the back chat.
Kind of thing.
It's the Google AI.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna trust Google AI, bro.
Yeah.
So I'll
let him cook, dog.
What does Google AI have to say about this?
He's just microwaving it.
Can I finish reading?
Sure. Yes, you can.
So it says, back to what I was saying, deficit reducing mechanisms like pay-go rules or long-term phase-outs of spending. What won't decrease the deficit if it includes tax cuts without offsetting revenue, new spending without new income, assumed growth projections that don't materialize. So that's the
yeah.
So you guys get that by admitting earlier that the bill will add $3 trillion to the debt, you are implicitly agreeing that over the time of the next 10 years till we get to that $3 trillion, it is adding to the deficit each year to get to that $3 trillion.
But what specific industries, because what those projections don't include is the replacement of that deficit in other industries. Right?
Now, correct.
You can specifically account. Hold on, wait a minute. You can specifically account for where things will be deficit. And I'm not even a big, beautiful bill shill here. I'm just looking at shit from the fucking reality of it. Okay.
I don't think that you're. Go ahead and finish.
What I'm saying is, when you say in general, there's gonna be a deficit. You're not accounting for what industries are going to be deficited, and then what industries are going to add to surplus. So
we're talking about government budgets.
Yeah.
The government,
the difference between the outlays and the revenue.
So where are they going to? Which industries are industries?
We're talking about the government.
They
budget.
cover their bases generally by borrowing. I don't know how this bill is funded, but generally they borrow the rest of it into existence.
Yeah, that's how they do it every time.
He was napping, but I brought.
And it should be no surprise that Trump is spending a lot. Trump spent more his first term than any president ever.
With a dog.
Because I'm beautiful.
God, nobody cares about your fucking dog.
That's fair enough. It's fair enough.
I'm sorry.
What are you pointing at? Delay?
No, he is a gay.
I'm pointing at ChatGPT's $10 donation that says, "Where is Umbreon?"
God damn it, Cat.
It's the other side, retard.
Yes.
W dog. Let's go.
Hold on, here.
There you go. There you go.
Good job.
On mine, it's
now you don't look like an idiot. At least Umbreon's smart.
Okay, well, on my screen, it's down on the left, but okay.
Of course, yeah.
I understand where Cat's coming from, though, because the dog is the best part of Ryan. The dog is the best part of Ryan. Cat.
Yeah, but you guys should be looking at me right now.
Umbreon's the only good thing in that entire camera view, honestly.
There's a lay. You don't like his lay?
Umbreon voted for Trump.
Yes,
I've been waiting in chat for a really long time. I've been waiting in chat for a really long time, but there wasn't any space. So I just wanted to come up to defend Non-Fawn and Ryan earlier when they were laughing at the buddy. And then everybody tried to make it seem like it was a speech impediment. Everyone can tell that he has like a disability or something. It wasn't that. It was that he said Arkansas when he was reading it.
Well, fair enough.
No, nobody cares.
That's not why I was laughing. I was laughing, and I'm about to be down for 10 minutes, but I was laughing because the things he was saying, the things he was reading off as rebuttals to our points, were actually exactly the points we were making. Like he was reading off the more detailed explanations.
See how these people are when you come up to defend them?
Ryan,
still
I put
blah, 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 blah.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah is what I said. I just said blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Like
Ryan, I put the sources in the chat.
Oh, I get it.
Okay. I don't see them, but
not in the private chat.
All right, so Ryan needs a quiet safe room.
He's talking about private chat, I think. If not,
he got it. Oh, he got it.
If I brought my dog in here and picked him up, he'd crush my chair and me. I'll pass.
Because you're a fucking man and you have a man's dog.
My dog's right here.
Come here.
My dog is a cute dog, and I won't.
Don't do animal abuse on one stream, bro. Don't wrestle me.
I have a husky.
I hate this panel all of a sudden.
Husky lab mix.
Greg, let me tell you a joke.
Well,
I'm.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
that's
he
a
fucked
big
up.
tomato. An angry tomato.
There we go.
Your dogs are gay. Nobody cares. Everyone hates them.
Yeah, nobody goes for.
My dog's big enough to
Damn. That's a...
They stink. I know that yours over there has eye boogers. Yours down there, you have your dog has eye boogers, and those are annoying because you don't clean them enough. I guarantee it.
Hey guys,
You're not wrong.
I got a Subway joke for y'all. Why is trying to buy a hooker and a foot-long sandwich at Subway the same thing?
Why?
Read the fucking chat flow.
Both purchases could have been avoided if your wife did her goddamn job.
I don't know what I'm looking for.
That was pretty good, actually. I'm proud of you. I did not see that coming.
That was subtle. That was subtly good.
I was expecting his timing to be shot, but he stumbled into the next turn.
Hold on. Well, click one up for me.
Is Sarah just adding people like fucking like hellscape?
Yes, she is. Cat GPT says, Flo, stop being mad at me. No. Next. Chuck says, Brick looks tired. He can keep Ryan company. Bye, Brick.
Well, it sounds like you're behind me, so I'm gonna fuck you.
That's all. We're done.
Nice.
Why is trying to park a car and trying to find a girlfriend the same thing?
Why is that?
Because when there's no spots available, you stick it in the disabled one and hope nobody finds out.
And then he got married.
W.
Why are you the smartest person that I've ever found out that has a disability?
I don't have a disability.
Shut the fuck up! Yes, you do.
I had a job. I had my jaw broken.
Oh, that might do
chromosome.
Arkansas.
Oh, that was good, man. That was a pretty good one.
Sarah, save.
So, what are you guys fighting about?
Money.
Oh, I don't know. Where are we at this point?
Someone else's money, to be specific.
We kind of got lost here.
Pay taxes.
Yeah.
Buy
your own shit if you want something, just because you want to mean it's yours.
See, Ryan's gone. I don't give a fuck about any of the rest of these guys. Like, what the fuck?
Everyone who is effectively leading the left side of the argument is gone.
I mean, does that make me the lefty here?
Okay, we're gone.
I'd very much.
Ryan knows that you care so much.
Hey, Chuck.
So good.
Cheers, bro.
That's
all the Flo Sasquatch.
I was gonna say I'd very much like to have a conversation with the Asian, but he left.
The Asian? You got the Asian persuasion?
Yeah,
nah, but he
the
left.
other guy has immunity.
Now I can't. Now I can't even defend my family's honor. Like that's
Do you know what's weird is I'm watching you guys argue up here over like the government taking all of our money and spending it on nonsense, and then you guys are like adversaries, but the actual adversary is the government. It's weird.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, it's really weird. You're getting mad at the wrong guy.
Do you support the big beautiful bill?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll fuck your mother too.
You will not, because you're gay. You love Trump too much.
No, I will have consensual sex
with Trump.
We'll take her out to a very nice steak dinner and never call her again.
And Red Lobster. Red Lobster. That's it.
So, Misfit, I don't really know you that well. I've seen you around.
Biscuits. What's up?
It's very strange how, because like I don't know if you know who Joe Cool is, but I had to argue with him like after Trump wasn't president. Yeah, right up until very recently. And you say, oh yeah, you love your God Trump over texting, like actual arguments with him, right? And I'm like, no, I just think he's the better choice. And now over some of the stuff that he's done, I now have a real big hate for Trump. But to watch people still follow behind him is odd. Like you love him like he's your daddy. It's weird.
Trump is a Hegelian dialectic, and he does the things that the Democrats could never get away with because people are watching him, like spend fuck tons of money.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time
thinking.
No, I'm having a hard time realizing that I'm actually arguing with a fucking avatar right now. Like it's a tiny little dot